trust myself. I don't even need no help. Did it by myself, I don't need no help. Tryna stack money like books on the shelf.
Hundreds in the bag, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand. Way she's working for it, got me feeling like the man. Shorty body hustling in the summer on the sand.
Did it by myself like a selfie. Nobody try to help me. Came to the club with an island girl. I'ma take it to the crib and let me buy you pearls.
Did it by myself, no one helped me, yeah. Now these bitches want a selfie. I like big gold chains, I like big gold rings. Let me take it to the crib and let me buy you things.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes to ride in the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Did it by myself like a selfie, yeah. Nobody try to help me, yeah.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell. Big dog status, two-tone paddock. Stacks in the crib, I got a two-floor attic.
Got a two-floor attic, got your girl in the attic. But I'ma bring her right back, dude, don't panic, I'm savage. And nigga, if it's beef, we can manage.
I know a couple guys that walk around with automatics. I got big dog status, I ain't playing, I ain't average. I'ma leave you here in static, I'ma leave you here in static.
Fell in love with an island girl. I told her only time will tell.
She likes the ice and the ride as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Fell in love with an island girl. Yeah. I told her only time will tell.
She likes the ride and the ice as well. Will it be forever? Only time will tell.
Take note.
Tino, babe.
Yo, Tino, he'll get his dome pop. Satin blue on his whip, but he ain't no cop. Don't stop, spray up his motor till it smokes up. Cause what I bought for insurance, I have it wrote off, you joker. Suck on your mum and take note, cause the foreign ring up in his grill. That grandma stovetop, don't flop. Fuck up the game like this was Roblox. Oh gunner, running this field, I'm for your walk up. Drum roll, load up a cannon and give her more shots. I put your face on a beam, now you're Zordon. Treat you like an old sketchbook, you'll get drawn on. I lead your girl from the back, I'm that raw blood. Wait, who the fuck feels they could do me something? I'll roll up in your ends with a toolie busting. 32 ugly as shit, like Miss Rooney's husband. Somebody cut me the deal, I'm just too disgusting. Niggas think they next in line, but they ain't doing nothing. Mask on, metal in hand, Freddy Krueger's coming. Tools all up in your home, I'm here to fix the plumbing. House blown, toaster run, leak gas from your oven. Deal on your girlfriend's face, and she best get to sucking. Head game resemble my dad, cause it was good for nothing. Yeah, I'm still vegan, but I'm down for beef. Niggas think they slick with a dialect, but talk is cheap. Watch your mouth, little nigga, because I roll with heat. Top said there's no returns, and I see no receipt. I put your boy in the back, like he was groceries. Riding round with the burner boy, in case I find any extendo. Licking off shots until it overheats. No mask, did it barefaced, just so they know it's me. Eyes closed, chest wide open, heart surgery. Usher said just let it burn, let's make it third degree. Niggas think everything's jokes until you shoot his queen. Shot was funny as shit, it barely missed the bean. Wax on, then wax off to leave the burner clean. Then open up the Uber app to flee the murder scene. Waving a stick will make them levitate. I raise a toast in the air, let's celebrate. See a couple holding a blade, like it's wedding day. And you can leave with a slash, just like wedding cake. Bitches on snaps in their snacks. Oh no you ain't, know your place. Word to flawless, you look like bellyache. Beat my dick all off in the face, and let it detonate. All facts, just ask your mum, she'll demonstrate. Damn right babes, I'm a jerk, just let it marinate. I gave it a beat like I was Penfold. I'm some retarded head, my tongue's mental. Babes, if you died and you died, cause you was meant to. Nigga, all I do is draw, I'm a pencil. Run up on you niggas like the rent's due. Dude, screwed, if I see food, you're on the menu. Your homies have to find the Dragon Balls to resurrect you. Fuck it, you niggas can all hate. I'm better than all of you niggas I don't rate. If your girl's fit, 4+4, she'll get 8. I'm a chiropractor back, just setting them all straight. Scorps, take note.
Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, where we discuss all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please, people. Of course, World Cup over. So the transfer news is about to go into overdrive. You can see from the title. Something I've been speaking about for months now about Manchester United needing a centre back this window. And I was saying this before the Lisandro Martinez injury in the World Cup final that he suffered. United need a centre back. So we're going to get into all of that. Of course, there'll be more midfield conversation about who the third midfielder will be, left back as well. What's going on in regards to a left winger? Because United continuously get linked with left wingers, but we do need to move on Marcus Rashford, whether that's permanently or on loan. So like I said, make sure you keep all your comments and questions Manchester United related, please, people, as well. Hope everyone's having a blessed Monday, whether it's afternoon, whether it's nighttime, whether it's earlier on in the morning as well, whatever time zone you are watching from. So make sure you pay the tax, though, when you enter the city of sarcasm, people. Pay the tax, people. Pay the tax. So I need everyone, don't worry, it's free. What I need everyone to do, make sure they hit the like button on the video first and foremost. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after, hit the like button on the video. It helps with the algorithm. So smash that like button. Follow and share across all the socials. You can see them both on the screen. My personal account and the Sarcasm City TV account as well. Yes, it's flawless. At Sarcasm City TV. That's at Sarcasm City TV. Yes, it's flawless on Twitter and Instagram. So retweet, like on Twitter /X. You can reshare on Instagram as well. So yes, reshare on Instagram also. You can do that. Hit that reshare button on Instagram. Share to your stories as well. Follow across all the socials. And equally as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because we are under 50 away from 17K, people. So let's run it up. What's the like? What's the like? Check. Like, check. 1 2 1 2. Let's double. We're at 20. Let's double that up. Let's get up to 40, people. Let's get up to 40 likes. Big up to Blank every single time. Big up Vikrin in the building. Big up East. Big up Sai as well. Big up Richie. Yes, RIP to Kevin Keegan as well. RIP to Kevin Keegan. Love and condolences to his family and loved ones as well. Big up to Ace. Ace, good to see you, man. Also, big up to Proper Chelsea as well. Big up Blank, who says big up Flawless again. Vikram says I need to hear Eddie Cook Lissandro again. Is he on this one? He's probably not around today. He might be around for the one tomorrow, maybe. Big up East every single time, says Trooper Ray. Big up to Troops. Big up Lewis. Big up Months every single time as well. Blank says worried about our CM choice now. Blank, you always concerned. Why are you worried about our central midfield choice now? What happened? What did I miss? And of course, people as well, if you want to make sure I get to your question, super chat. But yeah, let me know as in regards to why you are worried. And big up to Sai, says we need 17K soon. Ace, I see you, like I said, also Proper Chelsea. But back to the title, I'll start there. But as I get to, big up to Paul as well. But centre back, I've been saying this. And this is with exclude the Lisandro Martinez injury, people. Before, we need a centre back. The lit is crocked. Back injury, there's no return date. We haven't seen him in a long time. So exclude the lit. Our current starting centre backs, people. Forget what you think of Euro. Forget what you think of Heaven. I'm talking about what Michael Carrick is going to set up with. It's Lisandro Martinez and Maguire. Separately, as individuals, I don't think they're good enough. And as a partnership, that's not good enough. There's nowhere near enough athleticism, enough pace, enough defensive prowess. That's not a centre-back pairing I'm comfortable going to anywhere with. Like, let's be honest, and I've been saying this, and now Lisandro Martinez has got injured. People are looking at it going, oh, United need a centre-back. We need a centre-back. Much more than we need a left winger. But our left winger options are Cunha and Dorgu. I'm sorry. I much prefer Cunha and Dorgu as left winger options than I do Martinez and Maguire as centre-back issues. The spine of the team, you know how important centre-backs are. So go and get a centre-back. Flawless, you want a rotation, low-value centre-back. No, we need a starting centre-back. We need a starting centre-back. Even if it's a centre-back we bring in for 30 million or 50 million or 70 million or 90 million. Forget the price of the defender, even though, of course, price matters. Forget the price. We need a starting level centre-back. Bring me someone who is the lit level or better. If the lit was playing, I'd be cool with that. I'd be absolutely fine with the lit. I'd be fine with our centre-back pairing if the lit was actually fit and available, which he's not. Because he's the only centre-back I think we currently have that I put in a very good bracket. I think all our other centre-backs are good or below, and good is not good enough. Because what a very good centre-back can do is take your good centre-back and put him at very good in regards to the partnership side of things. Granted, the centre-back market in the Premier League is not the best. It's not like the midfield market in the Premier League where you can point to multiple midfielders and say, oh, you can go get him, you can go get him, you can go get him, you can go get him. And we've all spoke on it. Like there was Mateus Fernandes, there was Tonali, there's Elliot Anderson, there's Bruno G, there's Tillemans, there's Wharton, there's Alex Scott. Look, I've just named 7 off the top of my head right there. And I'm sure the list goes on. But in regards to centre-backs, there is much, 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 much less. So this is now on the scouting team. This is now on the recruitment team to go and find Manchester United a starting level centre-back to play alongside Lisandro Martinez or play alongside Harry Maguire, because they're the 2 starting centre-backs. If the season starts tomorrow, Michael Carrick is starting Martinez next to Maguire if everybody's fit. To me, that is not good enough. Granted, we also need improvements in the fullback areas because Luke Shaw's not good enough. Diogo Dalot's not good enough. And hence why it's so important we go and sign a left back. Do I think United sign a right back? No. I'm a big fan of Maz. If Maz was there playing at right back and then you go get a Lewis Hall at left back and then you get a starting centre back, I am much happier about our defence. But currently right now, I don't like our back line. I think it's easily the weakest part in Manchester United's team. Easily the weakest part, and it's something that needs to be improved upon. I'm not happy going to the Parc des Princes with Maguire and Martinez as my starting centre-backs. The Parc des Princes, the Bernabeu, the Nou Camp, the Allianz, the list goes on. It's a problem area. Doesn't have enough. I don't think it's defensively good enough. And then you can't even substitute it and say, all right, at least they're quick. At least it has athleticism. Like, no. In what is one of the most athletic leagues, and it's just an athlete's game at this point. But, hey, we'll see what happens. What are you lot telling me? Let me get to the chat. But it's so important we sign a centre-back. So important. Let me scroll up. Let me see. Let's see what's going on. More worried because we can definitely F up on the midfield since we need to get a centre-back. Say this again, Blank. Yeah, you've lost me, Blank. You've lost me. You've lost me. I'm not gonna lie, Flawless. I had a look at the centre-back market and it looks just as dusty as the attacker market. Yeah, like I was saying, the obvious ones, there's not many we point to in the Premier League and go get him, like I just mentioned. But is there centre-backs out there that can do a job for Manchester United? Yes. Because a Brighton or a Palace or a Bournemouth are gonna go sign a centre-back and they'll have a good season, and then they'll be linked with a move away to a Manchester United or a Chelsea or a Liverpool or Arsenal, etc. And it'll be 100 million. This is where if you can go find me a Lemens level, the same way Lemens in regards to the goalkeeping side of things, go and find me a centre-back that's that level. Go find me a centre-back that's you. If you can't, then you don't need to be in the job. Granted, the obvious market, I agree, there's no names that come to my mind in regards to, oh yeah, go and get such and such, go and get such and such. But I know if I ask a Jez, I ask a Steve, I ask a Kaneki to list me some centre-back names, they'll give me a list. So the centre-backs out there, go and do it. That's where I'm at with it. Go and find it. Do I want a Lacroix type centre-back? I want an athletic centre-back. Whether it's a right-footed centre-back or a left-sided centre-back, I want an athletic type. That's what it is. Someone who's good on the ball, yes, but I need someone who's defensively prowess and has recovery pace. Because my back line is one of the slowest in the league. My back line is Dalot, Shaw, Maguire, Martinez. Granted, Dalot can shift to an extent. Shaw isn't completely slow, but it's nowhere near athletic enough. When you look at other top teams, no one else has this lack of athleticism in their back line. And then they don't even substitute not being athletic by being defensively fantastic. If Manchester United had these back, this was our back four, but defensively they were fantastic, I'd be like, all right, cool. What does that back line excel at? Don't excel at anything. Like bring me being all right. You know what? It's not the quickest, but defensively it's very, very good. It's not even that. It's not even a lockdown type. So that's how I would look at it. See what else you lot are saying in the chat. Would I take Romero on the cheap? No, I wouldn't take Romero on the cheap. No. Forest centre back. Which one you talking about, Murillo or Milenkovic? Which one you talking about? Big up Dunsey every single time as well. Big up Dunsey every single time. Big up Cuzzy in the building. What are you telling me, fam? You good?
Yeah, big up, man. What are you telling me?
Yeah, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. All good, all good. Would I take a Konza? Nah, I wouldn't take a. Go get me a very good centre back, man. I need a very. I think Konza is a good centre back. He's good. His profile.
Centre back in the Prem is kind of meaty, though, man.
Yeah,
Konza,
that's why I wouldn't. Go on. You go.
Konza might be like top 10, honestly.
Yeah. Hence why I wouldn't shop in the Premier League.
You know me, man. France. You know me. You know me, man. If it ain't broke, there's no need to try to fix it. Fam, France is the most translatable league to me in terms of physicality than the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's like, in terms of the profile of players they produce, you can probably go France, 20 mil, 30 mil. You'll get a grown man that says he's 19 years old, African. You get me? But he's French. Can't go wrong, man. I don't know why we don't shop in that market more, man.
Nah, I'm with you 110%. And to Alex, who says we need to stop being scared of overspending and stop being pussyos. I don't think you should overspend. I think you should spend when the money's worth it. I don't think overspending's ever been a good thing. And Alex, let me ask you, who do you think Manchester United should spend on? I'm sure you have some names in mind. To me, you should never overspend. You should pay money. I'm all for paying 100 million for a player if I think the player is worth 100 M's, or 90 million or 80 million, and the list goes on. Like if I think a player is worth it, I go, yeah, spend the 80 million on him. So for instance, if it would never happen, if Pacho became available and United spent 80 million on him, I go, yes, that makes sense. Because I think he's that good, and he's at the age where you get a number of years out of him and he'll get better. And I think he's the best left-sided centre-back in Europe anyway. I think he's top quality. I'm just using him as an example, not saying United are going to sign Pacho people. I'm just using him as an example. But I don't get it in regards to overspending. I've never been a fan. Big up Jez every single time. Chinlu as well also. So that's what I would say. What are you saying about the centre-back situation? Talk to us.
Bro, I called this ages ago, man. Remember, I can't remember what flipping ManDem chat podcast it was. I called this months ago. I could see it coming because, like, Maguire, if we didn't buy a centre back, Maguire would have been our first choice centre back. And if you're trying to play position-based football, the two don't make sense because he has to be able to defend 1v1s because everyone's going to be like in the final third of the opposition. So, fam, football is you're never ever going to have the ball 100% of the time, right? So he's always going to face counter-attacking situations. And Maguire and Martinez, I'm a fan of Martinez. Them two cannot consistently face counter-attacks, and you think we're going to get away with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're just not. We're not. You're going to have to do what we did last year with Casemiro, where it's a mid to low block and we counter-attack. That's probably where you see the best of Maguire. So I knew we would have to buy centre-backs. All of this, we're not buying defenders this summer, like air market for next summer. To me, it's like, if you're doing that, we're going to have a mediocre season. Honestly, we are. Because some games will look good, you get me? Because we have a good enough firepower in the front line. But some games, it's just going to be like a tennis match back and forth. And we're not always going to be able to get away with it. Do you know what I mean? So,
no, agreed.
In terms of options, though, I won't lie, the market is median, and everyone's just gonna try and tell you to pay excess amount, fam. So I don't really know who's gettable. Honestly, I don't even know.
I've been saying this in regards to it. Like, this is where your recruitment team now comes into. Like, me and you can sit here and I was listing off midfielders before you got here, and we can all point to midfielders within the Premier League and say they add. So whether it's Malibo, whether it's Wharton, whether it's Alex Scott, whether it's Tonali, whether it's Bruno G, whether it's Anderson, the list goes on. That's the easy part. But because the centre backs ain't the best in regards to in the Premier League, now you mentioned League on. We could mention this. We could mention La Liga. You could mention the Bundesliga. You could mention Serie A. The list goes on. There's thousands of players applying their trade across the world. This is now where your recruitment team has to go and get it. Same way they went and signed the men's out of nowhere, out of Belgium. This is now what you have to do. That's what I would say. This is not what you have to do in regards to it. Also, I've not seen Adonis, but like that to comment on him because it says, what about that Adonis? You probably gettable for 40 million max and a solid centre back. I only seen him in the World Cup, so I can't comment. I've not seen him for Club Brugge like that. He's Ecuadorian.
Oh, them man there. Them man are usually rash.
Why did you say that man there?
Nah, because them man are usually just rash. Like them man are their red cards waiting to happen. Them man. I don't know. Let me not judge it. Let me not stereotype.
Yeah, you just shout out to any Ecuadorians watching. They're the views of Cuzzy and the views of the over. You just shitting on Ecuadorians and that, yo.
Shout out Antonio Valencia every single time.
It's just but in regards to it, what I will say, Chindu, is having watched him only at the World Cup, he's definitely the profile. Whether he's the level, I don't know. I'll be watching Club Brugge like that. But he's definitely the profile of what we need to Cuzzy's point about counter-attack. When teams are counter-attacking us, it's like you need some form of athleticism and pace in your backline, man. You can't get away with it unless you have centre backs that are just amazing defensively in regards to reading the game, and we have neither. So with Adonis, he wouldn't be the worst shout. Is he of the level required? I don't know like that, but the profile definitely works. That's what I would say. And yes, I would definitely sell. I was saying about talk. Someone asked, would I sell Martinez? Yes, I would sell him regardless. Like even before the injury, I would have. Not because I don't rate him, but more so it's like we need better in there. Like that's where I'm at with it. And he can't stay fit. Like we don't know how long this injury is going to be. So he had an injury every season he's been here, and it's been for long periods of time. But yeah, Sheik, what you saying, man? United centre back stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone. First of all, make sure you guys are running up the likes. Big up to you, Flawless. Big up to you, Daz, as well. Yeah, it's been something that we have been like you just mentioned it as well. We've been talking about it for a while. It's more so just been like it's about priorities in the transfer window in terms of what we really, really need. But I think center back has always been a thing because you said it yourself. Like even before Martinez got injured, he's been suspect. Like he's like you said, has had an injury every single season. It's not no small injury. It's always been a massive injury. He's been out for a while. And also, yeah, I just don't think even in the times where he has been fit, he's been good enough to a certain level. So we do definitely need center backs. I know majority of us would probably want to see Euro and Heaven start week in, week out as much and I include myself in that as well. Eventually that is the goal because I think those two guys are specifically our center back pairs going forward. But we do need a little bit of experience. Also considering the type of season that we're going into, where we are playing different competitions in the season. We're playing Champions League. I keep bringing up the topic again and again, like the whole thing of I don't want to take Dallo to the Parc des Princes. I don't want to take Martinez to the Parc des Princes, if we're being completely honest. I don't want to take him to Allianz Arena or the Bernabeu, if we're being completely honest. So, yeah, we need center backs. But again, my question really is we still have to go out there and get that third midfielder. There's been talks of us getting a fullback as well, and also a striker. That's what I've been hearing. That those are some of the positions that we're still looking for. So, can we fit a center back in there as much as I want to? I don't know. But at the same time as well, there are the Tielemans deal. Shout out to H every single time as well. I don't know if he's in the chat. Shout out to Tielemans. The Tielemans deal will kind of tells us yet again that there's deals out there that can be made. We don't have to. I mean, we do need a quality center back, if we're being completely honest, because there's going to be a lot of rotation. There's going to be injuries, I'm sure. These are just things that going into a season, and are just Maguire again, and De Ligt is also a unknown because we don't know whether he's like what's going on with his injury and how fit he's been, and he's also a question mark. But it's like, do we have the money to go out there and spend on a big, on a good center back, or do we go out there and get someone from the Premier League, someone who can do a job, someone who can rotate, and how much money do we spend on it? Because I just look at in terms of what our signings are and what we're looking to get. The center back is just not that high on the list. That's just what the impression that I'm getting from the club itself in terms of how we're moving and all the reports that we're hearing from journalists too. But we do need a center back. It is 100%. It's a problem. If we're being completely honest, it is a problem because who starts for who do you guys think would start for us right away? First game of the season.
If Martinez and Maguire, that's the
well.
two.
How long is Martinez's injury?
They haven't said. There's been no reports yet.
Okay.
I've not seen anything anyway.
Okay.
I've not seen anything.
So it'd be Martinez and Maguire, right?
Yeah.
And that's not good enough at all.
That's not it, man.
In the first game of the season we're playing Hull, right? Hull away.
Yeah, I would say it's Hull, but I'm just saying overall.
Yeah. No, I get you, but it's like, we have who do we play? I think we have a big game coming up. No, we have a big game in like the first 5 games, I think. Is it?
I thought
to Chelsea
easy, to be honest.
I'll tell you now. Were you saying 5 out of 5 because of you?
No, I mean when I say easy, there weren't no.
You said easy, man. So I'm just.
I know what he meant.
Yo, you say 15 out of 15.
Any of the big 6. It's not any of the big 6.
I was saying 15 out of 15, man.
I think we got.
No, I know what he meant.
We got blessed with the first 5, to be honest. In terms of there's no.
Ipswich, Everton, City, Fulham.
City. That's what it was. City.
Okay,
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Big up Paul as well, man.
That's what I was thinking. City. So it's again, it's City where at the Etihad as well. I do not want to take Martinez and
no, it's Alty.
Okay, it's the same. Don't want to keep them at Old Trafford either and have them play. No difference. Yeah, we do need a center back. The concern really is who it's really on how our transfer window is going to go. Will we even have enough money to get a center back? Because it looks like we need all these other things. And I've been saying this too. The 6 that we need to go out there and get needs to be a quality player as well.
Agreed.
And we need to. And these days, with how the market's going, to be honest, actually I wouldn't even say entirely, but there are players out there that you can get. But yeah, it's some of the quality players out there are just going for a lot of money, man. And that's just what the market is currently.
120 M's for Barcode.
Doesn't take away the fact that we still do need a center back though. 100%, we do. I think it could be higher on the list. To me, because I think we're gonna try to go out there and get a fullback, right? If it's a left-hand side or a right-hand side, I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying things, but we go out there and get a quality fullback as well, and we maybe try to turn Mazraoui into a center back, like how we played in the back 3, or I don't know what we do, man. Like that's the thing, but that's where I'm kind of like. It all just depends on how our transfer window goes, because we still need to secure this 6. We do have a lot of time in the transfer window as well. We still have we have at least a month, I would say, so, and maybe even more than that. So yeah, it just all depends on who we go out there and get, because we do need a center back, but we also have other priorities as well. We do. So that's what
it should be higher on the list. That's the thing. Like, obviously there is other priorities, but I think it should be higher on the list, considering that you look at it and you go, yeah, it's a problem area. But Paul, what are you saying, man? United center back situation.
I literally said this yesterday on Nerd's show. We need a center back, and I feel like it's going to be a mistake if we don't get one, because my only thing is, whilst I'm not one of these fans who are crashing out, because there's some fans who think the window is just like, some people don't even think the window is a 3 out of 10. I'd say you're being harsh, because I feel like the signings that we've signed a top player in Tielemans, a prospect in Santos, Darla, who's a backup goalie who's actually competent enough to actually challenge Lomans in that position anyways. But I just hope we don't spend our time looking for that third midfielder, that it drags on into August. I feel like hopefully we could get a midfielder. We can identify a midfield target by the end of this month, which is 11 days now. 11 days from now would be the end of July. But we need a third midfielder to come in, and then we need to start the season with at least a midfield, and then we need to look at other areas too as well. It's going to be interesting how United pivot, because besides the third midfielder that we know we're potentially going to get, I don't really know what other areas. The left wing position, I think, is dependent on if Rashford leaves. So I don't think we get a left winger up until maybe, I don't know, deadline day. I see maybe a left wing deadline day, whatever signing happening. We definitely need a center back though. It's of importance. But who who do we target as because I presume it should be what, either left side or right side of center back. Who do we target?
When you talking about names wise,
Names wise, yeah.
yeah, names. There's no. I'm not gonna lie. There's no names that stand out. There's no standouts in the Prem. There's no standouts in Europe that I look to and go, yeah. But go do your job, man. That's what I'm saying. Because that's how it was with the goalkeeping market. Because there was no standouts goalkeeper wise.
Nobody
you could say
Martinez.
Go.
Nobody knew about that Man City young G. I can't even remember his name, fam.
Kusanov.
No one knew about him, bro. Like they just bought him in Jan, and even in his first game, he looked shaky. He looked mad shaky. I think against Arsenal.
Chelsea.
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 He had a mistake for the goal. I remember that game. Yeah.
He looked shaky, and it was like raw, like. But do you know what I mean? Just like with young prospects, you have to give them time to like kind of grow into like their positions. So, bro, like you said, like let the data team do what they need to do. There's more than enough players, bro. There's probably even guys in the championship you can grab, honestly. Like, in terms of like prospects, there's so many players. There's a pool of players, like, so there's no need for us to be like stressing our heads thinking, there's no players. There's definitely players.
Yeah. I don't stress about it. 100. I'd never subscribe to that. Sorry to cut you off in regards. There's no players out. Yes, there's centre backs out there. 110%. Because there'll be
deals definitely out there. There's deals definitely out there that can be done. Same way like how Euro was having a little bit of talk around him before. Obviously, we signed him with Madrid and all that stuff. But you're like, I remember mentioned at the start of the stream, France. Like we've signed players from there. Lamens deal to 12 million. Like there's deals out there that can be made. Question really is though, is that do we go out there and get a starter, or do you go out there and get another rotational piece, center back?
I get a starter.
No, we need to stop.
If we get a starter, that's the thing. If we get a starter, we'll have to spend. You have to spend a
little more
because the market just isn't like. I say this because, and I will hold my hand up because I don't really know a lot of prospects out there. I'm sure Jess in the chat will name at least 10 or 15 center backs that we can go and get for the reasonable price. But yeah, it's just more so if we're going out to get a starter, I think we're gonna have to spend bread. Definitely.
By the way, that centre back that we were talking about just now, the Ecuadorian, Chelsea's actually signed him. Chelsea's actually on a madness. Chelsea signed him, and he's not due at Stamford Bridge until 2028. I don't know what Chelsea. Yeah, I don't know what Chelsea.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I was just looking at. I just like put his name on fucking X, and Fabrizio announced it last year. Like
Adonis, we're talking about Paul. Ecuadorian centre back.
Adonis. Okay.
Dennis Adonis, whatever his name is. Yeah, he had a here we go. Dennis Adonis to Chelsea. Here we go. Agreement reached today for 16-year-old talented defender. This was in November 2025. So yeah, he's already been purchased.
Yeah. But yeah, there's centre backs out there. Like I'm saying, like man mentioned there, like Kusanov, for example, like he wasn't high on the radar for most. Like, of course, if you're a footballer, if you're watching, certain leagues, you will know, but it wasn't. But in regards to it, like, yeah, you go inside, there's players out there. I'm not subscribed to that. There's players out there, man. Go on.
There's players. I mean, my obvious one probably would have been Lacroix, but I feel like by the time we finished signing a midfielder, he might have already signed with either Arsenal or Chelsea. So, but yeah, there are obvious center backs that we can look for, especially in the French league, because the French league, for some reason, you always have like gems there where you can just snap up. So, you just got.
Because it's a different Adonis they signed. Same name, different player. Yeah. It's a different player. Yeah. The one they signed is 16 years old.
How old is the guy that we was talking about?
22. We're talking about Joel. He's called Joel Adonis. That one's Denia Adonis. Yeah. They did sign an Adonis people, but it is a different one. Yes, but they are both Ecuadorian as well. I'm just having a look in, getting the information. But yeah, in regards to it, yes, there's players out there, man. Like 110%. How would you like? Yeah, we do need a start. To answer Sheik's question, yes, go and get a starting centre back, and you don't have to cost an arm and a leg.
I'm like, just look within the Premier League. Then go and look within the Premier League. Look at some of the centre backs who've been performing at least last season, or maybe some of the ones like Daz said who are coming up, and go and grab one of them. And because I feel like if I'm just looking at some of how they've moved in transfer windows, it seems like when they look towards experience and they look towards ready-made, set to go, they get from the Premier League, or they look within the Premier League. Whereas prospects, younger players, they look abroad. Euro or Lamens as well, for example, too. You've got Dorgu, you've got like some of these players that they've looked at, young prospects who they think can develop, they've looked abroad. But ready-made, set to go, starter, like you're saying, if we need one, you just look within the Premier League. But it's the deals. It's all down to the deals. Deals can be made though, like they've shown us. But it's all down to, like Jess says it too, like he thinks the Prem center backs will be expensive, and I kind of agree with him. But that's the best you're gonna get in terms of ready-made right away. In terms of some sort of experience, like all that type of stuff. So if look within the Premier League, that's what we've done. We signed two of our 3 attackers that we signed from last season were from the Premier League.
Yeah, so, I'm cool with, even if it's outside the Premier League and we bring him into start. I'm cool with him being outside. I'm cool with bringing in someone from outside the Prem and starting him. I have no qualms with that whatsoever. If they believe the player is good enough. Obviously, the preference is always to buy within the Premier League. But if a deal can't be done, like it's looking like the other midfielder will be a non-Premier League midfielder, I'm cool with a starting centre back, bringing in a centre back to start that's outside the Prem. Is he good enough? Like I'm fine with that whatsoever, because we gotta run something. If it don't work, cool, you go and sign another one, and then you keep buying players until it works. Because we know this Martinez Maguire thing. Granted, they both get injured anyway. In particular, Martinez. We don't know how long he's going to be out for now. He'll get injured again at some point, because that's just the way it's been. Maguire does pick up knocks as well, so go and sign a centre back. I don't think it will cost us it will make us have a poor season, but I think it could be definitely detrimental, in particular in cup competitions as well. The Champions League you're looking at. It's like, yo, go get a centre back, man. Like, I'm sure you'll have a list. You'll have a big ass recruitment team. You have a lot of scouts all over the globe. I keep saying this. Go and find a centre back. You have all the means to. You have all the resources to. You can go get one. Just because there ain't one in the Prem and the market's not the best, which I agree with there. All right, go elsewhere. Yeah. Like, go spend. They don't have to be expensive either. Go spend 50, 60 million on not even necessarily, obviously unknown in the Prem, but let's say they're doing well in another league, another top 5 league. I'm cool with that. You go get to the League On, the Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, the list goes. I'm calm with that. At least you're attempting to fix it.
Yeah. By the way, I also just want to say, like, I'm not saying that I'm against us going out there abroad to get a player who I might not think is experienced enough or not. Like to Jez's comment too, where there are center backs who like have not had a good season or came off of a down season who can still perform well. And again, it's more so we're playing in the Champions League. We can definitely attract players. That's not an issue for me at all. It's more so just like I just want to see how we're gonna move in terms of our transfer window, because again, like you mentioned and like I mentioned, the Premier League ready-made center backs will cost more, and the ones abroad are a risk, but they will cost less. So that's more so what it just all depends on what our transfer plan is going to be. Do we go out there and actually get a ready-made center back and are willing to spend that money, or do we do that for other positions? That's where I'm just kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen, and I have to see what we do in terms of the transfer window, because clearly right now their sights are set on that 6, on that third midfielder, and that's what they're going to probably look to go ahead and get and accelerate and get done with right away, so that they can focus on other things. But it's more so about how I think or what they're going to do in their transfer window in terms of are they willing to spend the money on that position, or they're going to try to take a risk and maybe go abroad. I'm not against either of them. I'm with Flawless too. Like, I don't mind that being a case at all. But yeah,
sign someone. That's where I'm at with it, man. Attempt to fix it. That's where I'm at with it.
I also I know you said you want it to be a starter. I don't mind it if it's not a starter. I'm okay with a rotational piece as well.
To me, it has to be a starter.
Yeah, I'm okay with a rotational piece, because I think Euro and Heaven need to step up as well, and I think I'd rather have them both start more over so than the signing that we make. That's just
I'm never gonna get game time. Then go on, because go on. Say what you're gonna say.
I think it has to be a starter, because I've already seen a trait of Michael Carrick's is like, you can tell that he has his guys that if they're fit, they're playing in it. Like, towards the end of last season, we didn't really have much to play for, and Heaven was probably man of the match against Chelsea. I don't know what you man think, but he played like
he was up there.
Yeah, he was up there.
and then he was just dropped the next game. Like, to me, that would have been a perfect chance to just give him, all right, cool. He played that well against Chelsea, one of the top 6. Give him the next three to 5 games. Do you know what I mean? And then maybe we can see what we have going into next season. He just dropped him. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Carrick, he's gonna go with tried and trusted. That's why, to me, we need someone who's pushing to be a starter, because otherwise he's gonna heavily rely on Maguire and Martinez. Anytime he's gonna heavily rely on them, because we know De Ligt, even though they're saying De Ligt's back in training, he's probably not gonna play until
What are you saying? De Ligt's back in training?
Yeah,
that's the first time.
He's back on the grass by himself.
Well, like light training.
Yeah. But that being said, with back injuries, they can just go.
Go on, your mic went. Go on.
Yeah. No, they can be with fucking back injuries. They can go at any time. So I don't feel like he's gonna have next season like a full bill of health. So it's gonna be Maguire, Martinez, and then mixed in with the young G's, like when they can get game time. So we just need someone that's reliable, man. Someone that's reliable and kind of edges them out of the way.
I'm with you on that one. Like, I'm all for. I see what Sheik's saying in regards to Euro and Heaven getting game time, getting more game time, and getting more, and being a more having more serious case to play more. I just don't see it happening. Bring me a centre back that's better than Maguire and Euro right now. That's where I'm at with it. And then automatically you should be a starter, no matter the age, whether they're 21 or they're 28. Like, that's why I'm saying bring me a starter. Last thing we need. I'm all for bringing in backup players and squad players when it's needed. You can put Santos to that. Carl Darlow, the goalkeeper, for that. That's all well and good. Tillemans don't really, because Tillemans is good enough to start, so I don't put him in that bracket. But I'm all for bringing in rotational and squad players where required. Centre back, we have enough. I put Maguire in that bracket. I put Martinez in that bracket. I put Euro in that bracket. I put Heaven in that bracket. How good Euro and Heaven are is a whole different conversation. I think Heaven could be a very good centre back. I think Euro could be a good centre back too. But it's a game time thing for them, and I don't think they're going to get enough game time to showcase it. So therefore, bring in a starting centre back. We got too many. That's the problem. We got too many squad players at centre back already. In particular, our 2 starters are squad players. Let's be honest. Maguire and Martinez shouldn't be starting for us like that. Martinez next to the right partner, I think, if the Lid's fit, could play and be of a certain level, yes, but it should be better, man. Like, if we're aiming to go back to where we want to, which is Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues, I don't think Martinez is it. Granted, obviously, we got to improve the fullback areas as well. But before we continue, you lot run up the likes, man. Over 100 people in the building. Run up the likes. Let's get up. We're only at 32 likes. Let's get up to 50 likes. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik's channel, Sheik TV. The link is in the title. Click the link in the title. If it's not there, refresh, and you'll see that pop up as well. Anything else you might want to add in regards to the centre backs before we move on?
Oh, man. Just get it done, man. Get it bloody done.
That's where I'm at with it. Yeah, flipping done, man. We got time for all this carry on, man.
We got a lot of business to do, man. This is a crucial transfer window. It really is. It's
I won't lie.
Very, very big transfer window for us. Honestly, like genuinely, it's a very massive transfer window.
The next couple of weeks are like, to me,
make or break.
Yeah, of how our season could go. No, genuinely, it really can. It really can.
The last 2 weeks of August is always like, when you ain't bag a thing and you're just looking who to take home quickly, like that's the last 2 weeks of August. That's what it is.
Panic.
Yeah,
straight panic.
Because
it's just like you settle for anything and anyone. You know, like
bro,
that. It's
because everyone's taken all the best options. Do you get me? So now you're just left with who's left on the market that man can grab. I can make do with. Like that's all. I don't like being in the last 2 weeks and still needing like your key business done.
Yeah.
Because you're either gonna overpay for someone ridiculous amount, or like you're just not gonna get the ideal target that you set out. So these next 2 weeks it's gonna be like major for Man United, for real.
It is. They did call you a madman, Eddie. They did, but hey, this CC thing, Carrot Cartel, you and Sheik, you don't get a patting this up. But yeah, sorry, go on, Paul.
Nah, we need to sort out.
Don't do that, fam. You Carrot Cartel. Don't do that.
Oh, what do you mean we need to pattern it up? We're gonna pattern it up.
Get it sorted, man. Get the cartel pattern. You know what I'm saying, man? Make sure we got enough shit to sell. and the weaponry's there. You feel me?
Don't
And
worry, don't worry,
we
man.
make sure we got
Carrick's
the
got
supply.
a plan. He's got a
All
plan.
right, cool. Carrick's got. We will see
He's
at
got
the
a
end of the
plan.
window. Sorry, go on, Paul. Carrick
Nah,
cartel.
we need to
Yeah, man.
sort our business out before, because I mean, I know right now most of our rivals haven't really done a fair amount of business, but we need to just do all our stuff, right now, especially with preseason back. A lot of our players are probably going to return, I think, in like the next week or so. So we just need to do our business, because this is a crucial year. This is a fairly even Premier League. I don't really see like a overwhelming favorite. I mean, cool, Arsenal and City would still be there, but I don't think there's like a overwhelming like, wow, we can't stop them. I feel like if we just get our business correctly done, we could definitely stick our name in the hat there for sure. So, but we need those center backs. I think more so than the other areas. I know midfield is an issue, but we will get a midfielder in. It just depends on who that next midfielder is. Manu would return. Tielemans is going to return. So that midfield is going to be a bit different. But we need to know who that third midfielder is. So.
Yeah, I think we'll get one. In regards to this, just as how much you think they had centre back as a priority, I think it's low on the list. I think the midfield, I think the three midfielders was above it. I think the left backs above it, and they seem adamant on a left winger as well. So I think it's really low. I think it's one of them. If there's money left over and the right opportunity comes up, they'll sign a centre. But I think if you offered United said, right, all the money you've got will go on the three midfielders, a full back and a left winger. And then obviously the outgoings as well, because Rashford is key to signing the left winger. He'd go, yeah, cool, which I think is a huge mistake. I've been saying this for a long time. I don't like our back line whatsoever, in particular our centre backs. I throw the full backs in there as well. Hence why I think it's just as critical to sign a left back as well. Whether that's Lewis Hall or whether that's someone. Bring me some out like, it just stinks, man. Our back line sucks. Let's just be honest.
Do you know what I don't understand though? I feel like we're the only club here, and maybe it's because I don't watch other clubs closely enough, but I feel like when it comes to like Real Madrid, Barcelona, even like Arsenal, Chelsea, like they never do this thing of, we need midfielders and defenders, but we're going to focus on midfielders this summer and defenders next summer. I feel like everyone just patterns what needs to get patterned. I feel like Man United is the only team where it's like, yeah, we need fullbacks and midfielders, but we're going to focus on midfielders and leave fullbacks for next year. And then throughout the season, we're going to see why we needed fullbacks and then desperately need fullbacks next summer. But then by the time next summer arises, there's going to be another hole in the team where it's like, Bruno's aged showed last summer. So like, we need fullbacks and we need a number 10, but we're just going to focus on fullbacks and leave the number 10. Like, we just keep going in this circle where it's like, you can't get everything done. I don't understand why you can't get
I'd say two things to that. One, I'll give them some grace in regards to it. They did inherit a mess in regards to a squad. So I give them credit for that, and it's tough to solve everything. Two, this is why I think you're giving them too much credit, Cuzzy. I don't think they see centre-back as a problem. I don't think they think it's a problem area. They don't look at it and go, that's a problem to fix. They'll go, we have Martinez, we have Maguire, we have the two youngsters in Heaven and Euro, and we've got De Ligt coming back. That's 5. Well, they'll probably look at Maz and go 6 option at emergency. I'm cool with it. I agree with you in regards to it's an issue. I don't think they think it's an issue. I think they look at left back and go, yes, definitely. They looked at midfield as we're seeing, yes. For whatever reason, they think left wings are like, we don't look at it, me or you think our left wing is an issue. I think they think left wing is an issue. For whatever reason, I don't know. But they see that as because they're adamant on signing a left winger.
They tried. Somerville. They literally tried to, and Somerville looks like he's going to Roma, or like Roma have been trying to get him, but they've tried.
That's what that is.
That's why I just kept saying too, like, I just don't see them, and I can tell by the way that they're moving that they don't have a center back high up on a priority list. So
I think you give them too much credit, Kuzi, in regards to that. In regards to they don't see the same issues we see.
Yeah,
I honestly think we get that midfielder, and I think it's probably it's probably maybe a left back or a left winger, and I think that might just be the window.
You reckon I'll be the 5?
Could be it. It genuinely,
The thing
it
is,
could be it.
Outside of the centre back. I go first. Do I think centre back? If that's
It's
the
not
5
bad.
of quality, I'm not mad at the 5. If our 5 is 3 midfielders, a fullback, and a left winger, I go. Would I prefer? We're fans. We always want more. We always want more, and it's unlikely to get everything that we want because, like I said, they have a different idea. Do I think right back's an issue? Yes, I do. They clearly don't see right back as an issue because you've not been linked with no right backs. They think left back's more of an issue.
Left back's more of an issue, yeah.
So yeah, I think we do get. I think we go and get the what's it called? I think we do get the 5 because for whatever reason they're adamant about this left winger thing. Why I don't know. I'm lost when I look at our team.
But also at the same time, while it seems like they're adamant on the left wing, it also seems like they've been slowly trying to tell us that Rashford is going to stay. It's been clear, like and evident. The way, yeah,
I don't think Rashford.
No, it's not that Rashford wants to stay. It's that we want to potentially have him stay, and Carrick wants him to be part of the plans. It's clear as day. I look at all of United's like social media; they always have a picture of him, bro. Always.
What would probably happen with Rashford is it probably would be like a September 1st deadline date thing. So he probably would be on the bench for, I don't know.
But also notice how after Somerville, we've not been linked to any other left wingers. Yes, there's been talk that we want a left winger, but who we've been linked with? Shout out to Said every single time. But who have we genuinely been linked with? And that's why it's an indication. It's giving me an indication that we're slowly trying to, or Manchester United and the club are slowly trying to just put Marcus Rashford back into this team.
The reason why I don't think we signed a left, we're gonna keep Rashford is because they're adamant about the left winger. Because if Rashford stays, we don't sign a left winger. If Rashford stays, hence why I think they wait, and it'll be a loan thing. Maybe at Arsenal, maybe a Villa, maybe elsewhere time, especially with Arsenal just missing out on Morgan Rogers. Because Saeed says centre back, left winger, another midfielder, and a left back. This is again, Saeed. This is an ideal world. I'm with you. But I know we don't live in an ideal world. This is it. Throwing a right back, scratch that. I tell a lie. Almost ideal world. Add a right back to this. That's an ideal world. I know we don't live in an ideal world. So if we go get another midfielder, we get a left back, and we get a left winger, I go, all right, fairs, I see what it is. Again, for whatever reason, they don't see centre back as an issue, which is a major problem for me.
We needed about like 7 players, really. We needed about 7 players. So I think that what Said said, centre back, left winger, another midfielder, and a left back is literally the window that I wanted us to have in terms of addressing at least most of the areas. I think that if we were to get all that, I think that's most of the areas. I think that's 95% of all the holes plugged in. But I don't know. Center back links are short. Left back links it's really only Lewis Hall. But there's no concrete left back. I feel like that, again, this is where I'm a bit, worried because midfield targets cool. I mean, we know there's a flurry of midfield targets. Is it Alex Scott? Is it Kone? Is it Burge? Is it there are different names in the midfield? We just haven't made our choice, which is why I hope we make our choice. But I just hope that United just don't waste the time in doing that because there's not that much noise from other areas. And the longer you keep waiting, the longer, targets are going to be, are going to be snatched from under your belt. I'm not really a big fan of Somerville, but, by the time we get rid of Rashford, I don't think Somerville will be on the market anymore.
Nah, he's not, man.
I'm cool with not signing Somerville, by the way. I'm
cool with that.
I have no issue.
But I feel like everyone that we have on our list, they're also on other people's lists. So I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. Like all of this, because sometimes you'll get David Ornstein say oh, Man United want to sort out Rashford first before they move on to Somerville, and it's like, do we think we're the only people on the market? Like someone else will buy him, and I also maybe this is being big-headed. I also believe as soon as Man United get linked with a player, it perks up everyone's ears about the player, about the player's price. Do you know what I mean? If the
Yes,
player's
hence why I
available.
love how we've done business so far, because the signings have been out of the blue. Hence why I don't really pay attention to what's being said.
Yeah,
Because if
I think
Santos and Tillemans was that, no, there was nothing.
yeah,
There was no long drawn out. There was no tweets, no mainstream media, no content creators, no ITKs, nobody. Tillemans weren't even getting mentioned. You could have given me 100 guesses, and I wouldn't have said Tillemans' name.
I
You
think
would have said the midfielders. I would have said it. Go on, Paul.
I think the club, to be honest, have decided to play it safe this summer in terms of what you call it, not briefing out too many names, because they know once they do that, it jacks the price up, and it's like you might as well just move in silence, because now you see a whole inflation of the market. Now it's kind of like I technically, left to me, I wouldn't even be briefing journalists at all on any potential signings. I don't think it even makes any sense. I just say, listen, I'd rather brief them when we're in advanced negotiations, where it's like, okay, cool, we're about to make the money, and then boom, we get the player. That's when I brief the journalists. I don't brief journalists like, oh, we're targeting X, Y, Z, because then it's like you're almost showing people your homework. And that's why you then have, what you call it, you leave room for hijacks, So I've never been a fan of briefing the media on signings at all. I think it's dumb, to be honest.
Yeah. And big up to Jess says, what would you say though if the season coming up? And Saeed, if you want the link, I know you're going live shortly. Let me know. You're more than welcome, fam. What would you say though if the season coming up that the centre back position was the reason United had a mid-season? How would you feel about the window then? The reason why we shouldn't have a mid-season, Jed, just even if we don't sign a centre back, is because the team is better. Man, if United if we go get a third midfielder and we go get a left, let's say we get a third midfielder, we get a left back, we get a left side, and we get a left winger, for example, the team's better. So we shouldn't go backwards. So if United have a mid-season, I wouldn't look at it in regards to just the centre-back situation. I go, all right, Carrick didn't do what he was supposed to do. The players who joined didn't do what they were supposed to do. And the players still here that they wasn't supposed to do. One thing I'm 110% sure on is Manchester United having a better team than we did last season. The season we ended, the team we ended the season with, the team that we start this season with will be better 110%. Whether it's to the level everyone wants and we get everything we want, that's a whole different conversation. However, will it be better? Yes. If we don't do the business at all, then I'll be critical and go, what the hell is this? But if we go get a third midfielder, which I think we'll get, if we go and get a left back, I think we'll end with 5. I think it will be 5. Minimum worst case scenario, I think it's 4. Because did we sign 4 last summer? It was Sesko.
4, yeah.
Was it Sesko, Lamens?
Cunha and
Yeah, it's Cunha and Bremo. Yeah, see, that's how long the season feels like. They might have been there longer. Yeah, they only been there a season, mad. That's how long that season was drawn out, the start of it. So yeah, with those 4, so that's how I would look. True, but could you say how it affected Chelsea not getting the defense sorted? No, United's attack is better than Chelsea's last season, but I do think about the amount being played this year. Not gonna lie, you could say yeah, it affected it, but I'm not hearing that. Like in regards to Manchester United, like no, if we have a better team, we shouldn't perform worse. Can it affect us? Yes. Will I be disappointed in certain games? And can you point to certain games and go, if we have better centre backs? But if the team is better, I expect the team to perform better. And I expect us to have a better team. If we don't have a better team, we fucked up from the jump. And I expect
I hear what Jez is saying though. I kind of get his point. Like it's the whole like Chelsea. Well, one, I think just what we have right now is better than Chelsea, and also Chelsea's problems were also like a goalkeeper as well. That's why defensively, that defensively, like they were shambles for sure, and they've been needing defenders not just last season, like they've been needing it for years. They've not had good starting center backs.
I know even with me saying that we need center backs, we shouldn't be defensively a shambles because we weren't defensively a shambles under Carrick.
I was just going to say that
too.
We
weren't defense. So like again, when I say we need to be better, that doesn't mean I think our defense is terrible. I'm saying it's not good enough for where we're trying to go. But if we're defensively worse with better play, even the midfield, better structure and a fullback, we should be better defensively.
Yeah, and we have our attack as well is not. I feel like at the end of the day, the reason why I don't think it's really a Chelsea situation is because it was way more things than the center back. Their attack was poor. Like guys, Chelsea went like how many games without scoring a goal? So it was beyond it was beyond the center back. Whilst I do think we do need one, I don't necessarily think that could catastrophically affect our season. Because if you have a good attack and you have a good midfield, then you could take the approach of outscoring the other team. Whilst it might not be efficient, but you can always take that route. So I don't think the center back is the reason why we fall off and we finish 6th, 7th, or 8th. If that happens, it's because the whole team is probably just generally not good collectively.
The only thing I will say to that is, two things. One, Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea's comparable to us because they had, like you said, they had numerous issues. Like they didn't trust the goalkeeper. I don't feel like they had like a steady partnership in defense. Cole Palmer's fall off. Because to be fair, the season before that, they didn't have the greatest of defense anyway. Cole Palmer saved them a lot of the time. It was like he put Chelsea on his back kind of thing to make them have a semi-good season. So it's just him coming kind of leveling out, which is kind of what exposed Chelsea a little bit. But what I will say for us is, I do kind of want to compare it to, do you remember when everyone knew we just had a shit goalkeeper? And anytime we got a corner, it was for fuck's sake, are we going to concede? It could be similar in the fact that everyone is confident about every other position in the team other than our centre backs. And it could be a thing of, we're getting attacked. Are we going to concede? Are we and all that needs to happen is we concede a couple silly goals and the confidence in the defense goes. Because I won't lie, even though we are on the up and up, Man United is a fragile club. If results go either way, we're either about to win the Premier League or we're facing relegation, bro. So I could see how not improving the defense can kind of not derail the season, but it's just always gonna be something where we're trying to cover up for. And I'm not on this the thing when it comes to Carrick, I was so cool giving Carrick the job, but the one thing I did say was no matter how much you like Carrick, he's an inexperienced manager. So you need to give him experienced players. All of this buying an 18-year-old, 20-year-old and asking Carrick not only to try and mold that player, but also expecting to have a winning philosophy. It's hard to do, bro. Not many managers can do both things. Do you know what I mean? It's very hard to do. So that's the one thing where for me, that's why I said these next 2 weeks, Ineos need to they need to keep let's get moving, because you can't expect Carrick to pull off wonders. Because let's have it right. A lot of the teams fell off last season, which helped us get third. But fam, what Carrick did, he hid a lot of our weaknesses, and it was brilliant performances from Casemiro and Bruno, which is why we ended up where we ended up. So Casemiro's not here no more. I'm not expecting Bruno to have the same kind of season. You get me? So we're gonna need experienced reinforcements. We are. So I don't know, man. I do hope we have a good season, but we need to pick up the site reinforcements, man.
Goes back to my point yet again. It's a big season, bro. It's make or break. It's we've been hearing we're supposed to challenge by 2028 by Omar Barada and all this stuff.
Yeah, just said that in the chat. Omar B said
it's a fact. It's just been facts in the chat because that's something that he said. That's something that Omar B said. Hey, don't get mad at Jez. Listen, Jez, I'm here for you, bro. Don't get mad at Jez. Get mad at Omar B for saying that.
Jez don't need to say that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Get mad at Omar B for saying that. But anyways, you
know what? I trust Omar B talks football, the Barcelona fan, more than Omar Barada, but that's a whole different conversation. We'll go.
Shout out to Omar B, man. It's just I'm hearing all the things that Daz is saying too, and it's a massive season, man. It really is. If we're meant to it is a massive season. As part of the Carrick cartel, it could come to an end very soon as well. We know how this Manchester United pressure is. He had one game a week last season when he took over from a fraud like Ruben Amorim. So there's obviously a lot of the people, everyone's going to cut him some slack because the person before him was just absolutely dreadful. So we were all just under under this, this common thing that surely he's going to be better than a Ruben Amorim, and he's just going to put the players in the position that they need to play to. And some of them balled out, like as I said, Casemiro was doing his thing, Bruno was doing his thing. Like a lot of the, obviously our attack that we signed last season added to it as well with the amount of goals that we scored, Sesko, all of that. But this season's different. You've got that, you now have that Manchester United pressure, especially if we go out there and get some of the signings that we've been wanting. Let's say center back's not even part of it, but those 5 signings and those positions, I'm sure all of us, even though we don't have a center back, we're still expecting more. So expecting to see at least some of the same things from last season, if not better, because we've improved the team. Like you said, flawless as well. We have improved the team. So it's a massive season for sure. And I really, really hope that Carrick doesn't fuck about and, doesn't do this whole friendship thing that you guys are talking about, picking his favorites, this and that. Because we don't go out there and sign a center back, then I expect you to give everybody a chance. And I expect you to have Aiden Heaven and Euro play more than what we saw them last season. Because that's just what you need to do as a manager now when things don't go your way and you need to do the work. So I'm with that whole thing of, I think he's done well. And I'm not trying to crash on Carrick in any way, shape, or form. But these are the bright lights. You've now hit the bright lights. Obviously, you had the season that you had last season. Very, very well done. Absolutely brilliant. But now, ultimately, that's not what we're trying to do. We're not a mid-table club. We're trying to get back to some sort of glory. And if we've chosen you and we're putting faith in you, so you need to start doing the work right now. And it's not me saying he hasn't done any work, but I just think it's a massive season for him and for the club. So every decision that they do make needs to be very, very detrimental to whatever we are trying to do this season, whatever our objectives are this season as a club from them. And so far, with the transfer window and how it's going with the 3 signings that we've made with the backup goalkeeper and the 2 midfielders, they're kind of on some sort of trajectory, but we just have to see the rest of who we end up signing and how everything turns out to play. And then we go from there. But it's a massive season. Massive, massive season, bro.
In regards to this, shut up, Jez, again. I see why Eddie telling you to shut up all the time. Big up Vader, this guy here, gaslight back like he never left gaslight. And I hope you're good, Vader, and the fam's all good. Says large up, flawless, and crew. Don't start setting high expectations on Carrick and this United. Be patient, fellas. No one has set high expectations. Nobody said
no high expectations.
United Premier. Nah, you Carrick Cartel. You can't say that. And Cuzzy said 5 out of 5. So you got to talk to Sheik and Cuzzy because these lot. But
what?
Yeah. Did you not say 5 wins out of 5?
Listen, I said I was saying.
What did you say?
You also missed the part where Dazza said second half of the season we're going on a title charge, mate.
I meant to say it's winnable fixtures.
Go on.
Bro, is it not it's winnable fixtures, bro.
Hey, don't bring me in. Don't drown me too.
I hear you. Hey, City at Old Trafford is a winnable.
Don't do that.
We absolutely bopped them last season as well.
Man.
That was with Pep.
Hey, what was that, Sheik? We did what?
Oh, we bopped them. Hey, no, Michael Carrick bopped them last season at Old Trafford, man. That's what we did.
Yeah. Turkey's still in that run though. That's why he didn't play well for France. But that's a whole different conversation. The point is we're making is there's no high expectation. All I'm saying is, Vato, even though you gaslighting areas, the team's gonna be better. The team he's gonna have. So therefore, he should do better. I'm not hearing about having a mid-season. Do I think we're a Premier League, Champions League winning club? No. I don't think we're that. No, even with a centre-back signing and a left-back and a left winger and the third midfielder. But should we be better? Yes. We shouldn't do worse than last season. We shouldn't go backwards and we shouldn't stay the same. There should be improvements across the board in regards to performances, in regards to scoring goals and how we are defensively and just as a team overall. Champions League, I've said it, knockout stages. Premier League, we shouldn't be finishing no lower than 3rd. Now, granted, that can change if other teams do phenomenal business. No one in the league has done phenomenal business where I think they're considerably better than us. The 2 teams who finished in front of us in the league, I can hear that. I can hear someone saying Arsenal and City are currently better than Manchester United. Everyone else, no. I don't hear that. Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, who else is there? Villa are better than Manchester United currently.
You could say both those teams. I'm not saying Man United will win the league at all, but you could make cases for both those teams dropping off. You could.
So if them teams drop off, Cuzzy, and we get better, what are we saying?
No, I'm not saying that at all. But all I'm saying is, you saw the World Cup eroded Arsenal's first team. Like, You get me? It eroded them. They've all got some sort of niggle injuries. Even the ones that officially didn't come out and say it, they've all got injuries somehow, some way. So
it's clear as day. They've been playing so many games. They played the Champions League final and they played in almost an entire World Cup. And look at them, they're getting injuries right now too.
I saw a video of Gabriel playing football back in Brazil, fam. This guy, is he a nutter, fam? He's meant to be relaxing and he's playing in the favelas. Like,
he was just chilling. No, he weren't doing nothing. When you were
I say that to say Arsenal could have a drop off only because they might the players' bodies are just down, and then Man City's getting used to their new manager. Like, you don't know, Maresca might not fit at Man City.
You selling me on the two teams finishing above us dropping off? I'm with you on this. Look, Sheik's eyes lit up, man. Look at Sheik. I see the smile like a month. Look at him.
Man City's got a new manager. You get me? They could drop off a little bit. Liverpool's got a new manager. You don't know how that's going to work out. Chelsea's got a new manager. So it is there for us to like do well. But that being said, Sheik, yeah, one thing you did say about the Carrick's tenure being short-lived, it actually could be very short-lived. Because
that's what I'm saying, and this is the thing. I can see it being very short-lived.
Talking about it being short-lived.
Like, listen, no, this is me. This is Sheik now. This is not even Carrick Cartel. I'm being so honest, bro. Next season could be his last season. I'm not even kidding. I genuinely feel this. It could. They can all go wrong. There can definitely. I am that type of person where I do look at positives, but I also very much look at how it could go wrong. And where it could go wrong, and it can go wrong, and this might not be entirely on him, by the way. This could be on the club not making the right signings for him, depending on the rest of the players that we end up getting for him. I'll still sit there and still say, hey, listen, it didn't work out. You obviously had to overachieve because of the signings that we made, and you didn't do that, and it's fair enough. And we could be sitting here next season talking about a different manager coming into Manchester United. It is very, very much possible. With how our seasons have gone before, with how things have gone before, with how our transfer windows have gone before, it could very much be a case. I don't want it to be a case, though. I hope you guys in the chat know this. Flawless mentioned this all the time. I am Carrick Cartel. I would want nothing but Carrick to sit there, to stand there and lift that Premier League title. I would want nothing more than that to happen. But you have to be realistic. As much as I and Eddie are co-founders of the Carrick Cartel, I can also sit there and tell you how things can go wrong. And it's not entirely just on him. It could be on the club. This is what I'm saying too. The club can not support him. And the club could be downside to with the signings that we make for him. And that could very much be the reason. But I can see a world where next season he's not here. The 2 seasons later, he's not here. It can very much be a thing. That's why I think it's just so detrimental. It's so important. This transfer window, again, I reiterate, this season upcoming, again, I reiterate, is so important in terms of whatever we're trying to do in the next couple of years, and also just holding Omar Barada accountable for what he said. This season is make or break if that's what he wants his club to be at and where he wants his club to be at. So that's me, man.
And to Dom, you said, I see you guys are doing too much. You also said we're getting gassed. What did we say that was too much? That's what I want to know. What got said that was too much? Because I don't think anything got said that was crazy. It wasn't. Of course, you're listening, Vega. You always says, all right, I'm listening. You guys do your thing. Yeah, like there's no one who's put any crazy expectation on the team.
So there was also a comment, real quick, Flawless, from the same person, Dom. He said earlier above, he said, I think if you guys are expecting to get higher than third this year, you're putting harmful pressure on Michael Carrick.
Nobody said higher than third.
That? Well, one second. Wait. How is that harmful pressure, though? If we're trying to aim for higher than third, which, like Daza said, could be a possibility if the two teams above us do drop off, how is that harmful pressure? You're at Manchester United Football Club. You are making signings. You're getting a better team than what you had last season. How is that in any way, shape, or form harmful pressure? I think that is pressure. But it's not harmful pressure. That's what you're expected to do, bare minimum at Manchester United.
Nobody said finish higher than third.
And we didn't even say that. Yeah, we didn't even say that. Nobody actually even asked us our predictions for next season and what our expectations are.
Like, nobody said higher than third.
Yeah.
This is why I don't understand. Go on, because he said what he was going to say.
Yeah, nobody said that, man. All I said was the Premier League isn't as stable as it was 5-10 years ago. There's no Klopp, there's no Pep. So usually, whenever you're making your Premier League predictions at the start of the year, somehow Man City and Liverpool came first and second. I lie. Everyone used to put Man City first and second. whatever order you put them in, it was Man City, Liverpool, and then from there, that's when it was like, maybe Arsenal, maybe United. Do you know what I mean? It's not that no more. And even to take it a step further, the best teams are in flux. So the Premier League is there for anyone who wants to be serious and properly attack it. I didn't say that'll be Man United. I don't even think it will be Man United, as big of a fan as I am. I just know that it can go either way. Like we could build on last season, or by Christmas times, people could be calling for Carrick's head. Like it really could go either way. And one thing about Ineos, they're not gonna take the heat at all. They will, whether it's by telling journalists little things or like how they picture it and do their PR, they will flat out blame Carrick for everything if next season goes wrong. You can write it.
They're like Vader. They'll gaslight you. That's what they'll do. They'll gaslight you.
They do the Vader thing. I hear it.
They'll do the Vader. Yeah, they'll literally do the Vader.
Man, they did that under. Yeah, they was right out of his playbook, man, under Amarim. All that shit. They was talking.
Supreme.
You see when Jim did that interview? That is just IC1 Vader. It was crazy. That's all that was, man. It was just IC1 Vader, man. This is Vader with a British accent.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
They could just like. I could just see what they'll do. They'll just be like,
dumb. Before you go, answer the question. What got said that was too much? That's what I want to know. You said we
never even set any expectations.
What did we say that was too much? Please, I want to know what got said that was too much. Let us know what got said that was too much.
But even then, I just don't think that's we're asking for. Again, someone from the Carrick cartel, I don't think I'm asking for a lot. Even if we mentioned our expectations and those were what we said, Dom, right? Because we never set any expectations in the first place. But let's just assume in a hypothetical world, those were the expectations that we set. How is that even crazy though? I don't genuinely think that's harmful expectations. The pressure is on from day one. The pressure starts tomorrow, today, in training, all of it. This is the club that we are. This is Manchester United. I don't want to be third forever. Like, of course, I want to achieve something, and that's.
I said now we got to be a team lower than third or staying the same. But I didn't say staying the same. I said lower than third. Yes.
Yeah.
We have a better team and just finished third. So therefore, I said we should finish no lower than third. That's what I said. So if we finish fourth or we finish fifth, yes, it would be disappointing. Yes. If we finish third, got a better team, I expect us to finish third again.
Yeah, and that's not harmful expectation. That's not harmful pressure on Carrick.
Well, yeah, and also on top of that, I don't think the teams below us got better. So what are we talking about here? Because you had one game a week and you lost Casemiro and all these issues and no centre backs and football. So it was just on Casemiro. I disagree with this whatsoever. So Dom, name the teams you think are currently better than Manchester United right now. We got Arsenal, we got City. Tell me the teams you think that will finish above Manchester United that are better sides than Manchester United right now. As they are constructed.
Yeah, forget Casemiro as squad today. If you look up all the squads today, tell us which team you think could finish.
And also adding the fact I also stated I expect us to sign more. But yeah, we'll go as of today. Who's better than Manchester United as of today?
You can't say more than three. If you're being an honest football fan, you can't say more than and 3 teams is pushing it. If you try to put Man United 6th or 7th, you just really dislike Man United. That's just what it is.
Not true. Say if it's your opinion, it's your opinion. But
because we had one game a week, but like I said, most people didn't. No. Don't say. I'm just saying. Don't sleep on Spurs, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Answer the question. Name the teams that you think are better than us right now.
Spurs nearly got relegated twice.
Name the team. I'm just saying. Name the teams. Name the teams you think are currently the 20th of July. 2026, 18:16 p.m. Currently, right now, it's constructed. What teams are better than us? Forget not sleeping on them. No one's sleeping. Who are the teams that are better than Manchester United right now in the Premier League?
Entire squad. Don't just look at signings that teams have made. Look at the entire squad.
Yeah, we're looking at everyone's constructed.
Every entire squad. I know you mentioned Spurs because they signed Tonali and Mateus Fernandes. What about the rest of the team? Are Tonali and Fernandes going to defend for them? Are they going to score for them? Are they going to be their goalkeeper? Like, that's the thing. You have to look at the entire team.
And we don't even know how they're going to perform in the Spurs shirt. That's another thing.
I think they're an improvement to Spurs. I don't take that away from them at all. I think they've completely revamped their midfield, 100%. But there still is a lot more to do. Like, I'm not just looking at signings that these teams are making, and even just manager. I'm looking at everything, the entire squad. And again, tell us who you think. You just have to name a couple of teams that you think are going to finish above Manchester United. That's it. That's the question that we asked you, Dom. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's like we saying anything crazy. That's what I don't get. All we getting too gas. We doing to like, all right. So name the teams that are better than Manchester United as currently constructed. I'm gonna say Arsenal, City, Liverpool have better squads, and then Chelsea and Spurs are probably. So forget Chelsea, not probably creeping up. So you think us? So Liverpool have a better squad than us. Liverpool, who don't have a starting right winger or backup right winger,
Liverpool don't have a right winger.
don't have a right winger.
Yeah. Center backs too. They have Van Dijk
They
and who
don't,
else?
yeah.
Where are they gonna play? Because Konate
They
left
don't
as
have
well.
They don't have a starting centre back. If we're talking about that,
Like
as
I
much
said,
as we have centre back issues, they have centre back issues as well. What are we talking about here?
Even
Who's their
fullback
starting right?
issues as
Who's
well.
they have fullback issues. Kirkes
Yeah,
and
who's their
their
starting right back? Who's their starting
Who's their
right
right
back?
back?
Because Kirkes on the
Bro.
left, and who's their starting right back? Yeah.
It's
It wasn't
either-
Szoboszlai who was playing right back a lot last season for them.
Either Szoboszlai or either
And
what's
they
his
don't
name?
have.
And no
Who's
way
not
they'll
great.
play. No way they'll start the season with Szoboszlai as right back. There's just
They
that's
will,
crazy.
and they have midfield
That
issues.
is
Whether
crazy.
Szoboszlai playing right back or not, stop it, man. Like what are we talking
They
about here?
talking about
Again,
Liverpool
man, that's
have
what
a
I'm
better
saying.
squad.
Like-
I don't think so. This is the thing. Everybody
Oh, they
always
might
wants to
be again.
United
Might
down.
be better in the second year, so they're not currently. Liverpool are not. Nobody's taking. All right, I'll even square this down. You can take United squad right now or Liverpool squad right now. Which one you taking? That's how I break this down for you. You can pick one. You have United squad so far this season so far, and you have Liverpool squad as currently constructed right now. Which one are you taking?
So I just said it there. They don't have a right back. They just don't have one.
Right,
So they
right
don't have a right wing. All right,
Bradley's injured, so
You know,
they don't even have
Gakpo
a
could
right
still
back.
be their starting left winger
Like
next
at least
season.
I know
They've
our
only
right backs are
signed
shit, but at least we
Munoz.
have one. Like we still have
know?
some. You guys don't even have a right back.
They signed Munoz, a 23-year-old from. Like, come on. Like, the only reason why you would say Liverpool have a better squad is because you're probably maybe giving them props for what they did 2 seasons ago when they won the league. But let's be real. Van Dijk is older now. Like, we talk about Maguire, like, you know, can't play up on a high line. What do you think Van Dijk could do? You know,
also,
like, let's be real. Like, let's be honest here. I feel like everybody is just out here just trying to just kick United while they're down. Barring Arsenal or City, I honestly, at this point, because signings could change, people could sign somebody now, and it could literally just open the
that
picture.
could switch it up.
But
Paul.
that's the thing, though, Paul. I think people are just
There's
looking
no
at
one
signings.
that's better. Only those 2 teams are better than Manchester United overall right now.
I think people are
category.
just looking at signings, though, and I think they're just looking at who's joining the club and not the rest of the entire team and the entire
all I say,
squad.
Sheik, is if we had Liverpool squad, man won't be talking about us finishing
Yeah,
fourth.
they wouldn't. They'll tell us
but
our squad
no,
is
but I'm
shit.
saying
We're
all
not
these
gonna do
are-
this.
so
We're not
you're
gonna do
admi-
that.
So you're agreeing with my point then, but I'm saying all these other teams are not just going to stagnate. No one said they are. But we can only talk about currently constructed right now. So as currently constructed was my original question. I said currently constructed, the 20th of July, 2026. Who's better than Manchester United? Now, if Liverpool go and sign players, I'll be the first to say, hey, Liverpool have got a better team. Currently, right now, Liverpool do not have a better squad than Manchester United. What are we doing out here? They don't have a before you go, Paul. They don't. How do they have a better squad and they don't have a right winger or a backup right winger? That's a part of your squad. They don't. As much as I don't like our centre back options, their centre back options are just as bad. They have Van Dijk and that's it. They've got Leone coming back from a ACL or whatever it was, and they've got the other young G. They're also short in terms of numbers. What are we doing now?
Yeah, centre back as well.
Like, what we do? What we do? Like, come on,
did
man.
they buy that French centre back or did Chelsea hire?
Yeah. Nah, they got They got Leone and Jacquet. They got they got 3 centre backs. What are we doing out here?
But he's also young. It's like 20.
That's the fullback. They got, as much as I don't like our fullbacks, they got Frimpong.
We didn't even think of Frimpong. That's how.
Yes.
That just tells you everything.
You guys don't have a DM though. All these teams got holes. Yes,
we're talking about right now though.
Stop moving. Yes, stop moving the goalposts. We're talking about as of right now, as currently constructed. As currently constructed, you've already admitted not teams are going to stagnate. I agree with that. I expect Liverpool to get better. We can only judge it off of right now. And off of right now, on the 20th of July, 2026, Liverpool do not have a better side than Manchester United. How they have a better squad and they don't have a right winger? Please explain that to me.
Why is it everyone else isn't going to stagnate, but Man United is? Why?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say that. Again, it's such a nonsensical argument. Like you're talking about, but these teams are not going to stagnate. So I'm like, but we are, and we've actually signed more players than they have. Like, what are you talking about?
So squads that are not better than us are
They're
not
not
going to
getting
stagnate.
squad, but man always
We
just want
are.
to do extra.
Yeah.
Oh, you getting gassed? No, how are we get? So explain that. Oh, you lot are not third. All right, name the teams that are better. Well, they're not going to stay the same. We're
I could
talking
even
about
make an
others right now.
argument for the teams
man.
that we have
Come on,
above
man.
us. I can make an argument for Arsenal. Who's their left winger? Trossard was the one who basically won you the league last season, and with a lot of important goals that he scored. He's left. Who's your starting left winger? And I'll even do one further. Our attack is better than Arsenal's. Our attack is literally better.
It is better than
To
Arsenal's.
clarify, Vader, no, we're not
Currently,
clear top
pen to
three, but
paper, our attack is better than Arsenal's.
are we
It is.
clear top 3? No, but are we third? Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't say
I just
clear.
didn't say you guys are going to stagnate. I'm just saying don't be calling for Carrick's head if you finish 4th.
No one even said we're going to call for Carrick's head.
No one
even
said
said
no.
that.
No one said we're going. Now we're doing too much for moving the goalpost. No one said we'll call for his head. What I said was I would be disappointed. If Manchester United finished 5th, and I believe we're the 3rd best team, I will look at that. But how did we do in the Champions League? How did we do in the FA Cup? How did we do in the League Cup? Guess what? If we win the FA Cup and finish 5th, do all right in the Carabao Cup, reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and overall play as a better team, I go, yeah, first. But if we finish 5th and we're awful, and we finished outside the top 24 of the Champions League, get knocked out of the both domestic cups early and look terrible, then obviously it changes it. Now we just moving goalposts, all off the point to be extra. But hey, we move.
Dom, your original point was don't put harmful pressure on Michael Carrick. Now you're saying we're going to call for his head. Like we're not
disappointed.
Yeah.
But again, over cup competitions matter, over performances matter. If it's sustainable and we finish 5th and win the FA Cup, I go, all right, there's something to this. But if we could finish, I go one further, we could finish 3rd, and if it's horrible, I call for his head. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If it's if we play in horrible and it's not sustainable and finish 3rd and win a trophy, I'll be like, this ain't it.
And do you know what, Cuzzy? I honestly believe, like, I'm happy we've got Carrick, but I wasn't like a full-fledged supporter from the get-go. Bro, I genuinely honestly think if things go tits up with Carrick, I think the whole fan base will be like, all right, cool. Maybe Carrick wasn't the guy, but bro, this Ineos board, like they've been here 3-4 years and they've sacked 3 managers. I feel like that will be the conversation more so than Carrick, because I feel like they'll be like, all right, we can't keep on hiring a manager expecting him to work wonders, and when he doesn't, we just sack him. I feel like the conversation will move. I honestly do believe, also because Carrick used to play for Man United, I feel like he will get a little bit more leniency than Ruben Amorim per se. So I genuinely think everyone will take a step back and think, all right, cool. Carrick didn't do well, but was he actually given the opportunity to do well? Do you get me? When everyone else was making £100 million signings, which I don't think we should do anyway. But if Man United are saying, we're not in the business of making £100 million signings, you've already handicapped who we can buy. Do you know what I mean? When you're like only buying guys that has release clauses in their contract, you're handicapping who we can buy. I feel like the conversation will shift from Carrick is just a shit manager. I think everyone will look closely at, since these have come in, have they actually fulfilled their promises? Like, have they?
Well, word to Sheik and Jez, it's Omar Barada title charge in 2028. So that's what this should be the season before the season.
Wait, what do you mean word to Sheik and Jez? Word to Omar Barada. He's the one who said it. How is it our fault?
You lot keep quoting him. You know what I'm saying? You and Jez keep quoting him, man. So
I quote him. This is the thing, though. I quote him. Jez not even a United fan, so he's quoting just a quote. I quote him because I am expecting him. If he said something like that, I'm expecting him to follow through. Jez is Jez, you know that wasn't like a shot or anything. But it was just like, it's. I say it as a United fan because that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting him to deliver and on the words that he said. That's really it. Exactly. I'm trying to hold him accountable. I'm trying to hold Omar Barada accountable.
I already don't believe you. I've already seen what they've done to Cuzzy's point with the managerial side of things. I don't believe you. Show me. You could say, hey, we're going title charge in 2028. Show me this window's as important as the 2028 one. Because this is the setup before the setup. You know, like in GTA, you do a heist. But then before you do the heist, you have setup missions to get ready for the heist. This is the setup mission before the heist. So if you don't get the setup mission right, you're not going to fulfill and do the heist. This is where I'm at with it. They need to pattern it and get this.
Some of them setups are long too, bro. They are. Some of them take ages.
Facts.
Don't get me wrong. The signings they've made, they're like when we signed Tillemans, yeah, it reminded me a lot of like when Arsenal signed Jorginho. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't a glamorous signing, but he brought in experience to that Arsenal midfield that led them on their journey to winning the Prem. Do you know what I mean? Like Tillemans, I can see him doing it, maybe being even a little bit more impactful. But that being said, there still needs to be marquee signings. You get me? So yeah, let's see.
No.
Here we go with
You
the
guys can
gaslighting
go
again.
from-
Here
yeah,
we
you
go.
guys can go from how is City doing, Vader? That's what I want to know. Because I was gonna shout you because we need to do a show anyway. Where is City currently on your list? Huh? How your and just to clarify, Vader, with Enzo Maresca now he's been confirmed, and how your current squad is. So whoever you've got, like whoever you've signed, like Elliot Anderson added into the mix, anyone else. Where is City? Where are you lot? Are you champions elect in your opinion? Are you second? Are you third? Are you fourth? Who are the teams you think are better than Manchester City as currently constructed right now? It's going to be interesting. But yes, United are not currently like clear in anything. I'm just saying we'll have a better team than next season. So therefore, we should do better. I'm not hearing us going backwards or doing worse. And granted, if we don't do what we're supposed to do in the window, I'll be the first to criticize the board and say you didn't give Carrick what he needed to do better. Now, if they do, I go, yeah, Fez. I said, if Rodri leaves City, are chatting with Brighton and them, man. Now, Rodri's staying, man. Rodri ain't going nowhere, man.
You saw how much they struggled without Rodri. Like, honestly, Man City is a total different side without Rodri.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Maybe that's just under Pep, because maybe Pep is too reliant on Rodri. Who knows? But they look so vulnerable without Rodri. So vulnerable. Like,
this is why it's going to be interesting to see how City line up now under Enzo Maresca. I do feel that in terms of some of like their technical ability up front has kind of like declined, because they had the likes of Mahrez and Cole up front. Now it's kind of like what Semenyo and Doku, and that's sort of like a lesser technical version of them. But we'll see how they do perform. Rodri is a beast, and listen, if he could stay fit, because I know he's had some fitness issues before in the past, I think City would be up there as they should be, honestly. But I think with us too, I just kind of feel like people kind of need to chill, because it's like everyone's like, oh, we need to worry about Tottenham, we need to worry about Chelsea, Liverpool. I'm like, unless there's any major developments, I'm not worried just yet. Because I don't think at this point, if you shut the transfer window now, there's really, honestly, I'd be real in saying this, between the 6 teams, maybe you could just say Arsenal and maybe City. I don't think there's really any gap between the other 4. And you could only maybe throw in City and Arsenal in the picture because City don't have Pep no more. And let's be real, Arsenal's window currently right now hasn't even really been that glamorous like that. So, and they've lost a few players. So this is still really an open season. It just really takes, stringing a couple of results together, and you find yourself clear of everybody. So I think people need to chill when they talk about us, really, because at least we're signing players.
Yeah, like you could say and look at us and go, yeah, have we improved? Yes, 110% we've improved, without doubt. And like, I don't like the whole, you only got there because it's 1 game a week. So how come everybody didn't have us finishing third under Carrick then? When Carrick took over as interim, everybody knew it was going to be 1 game a week. That was clear. But no one had us flying. No one had us winning that many games. Nobody had Manchester United being the informed team in the second half of the season and picking up the most points. So if it's 1 game a week was that easy, why did no one see it? Everyone's saying that after the fact. And that being said, that means Chelsea should fly them. Because Chelsea got 1 game a week. So Chelsea should be absolutely fine. And to answer your question, nephew, probably Chelsea for 4th currently, as everyone constructed right now. I'd put them 4th. Because Villa, I don't know who you lot signed. Obviously, you lot have lost Tillemans, you lot have lost Rodgers. I know you brought in
Manzambi. They signed João Gomez as well.
João Gomez. Yeah, between you two, but I'd probably lean towards Chelsea with that Rodgers and Xavi Alonso as well. I think he's going to do as a manager, I think Xavi Alonso is going to do very well in the Premier League. Trust me, I want to be wrong. I don't want Chelsea doing well, but I think he'll do very well.
But that's the thing. He'll do very well. With all the other teams we're talking about, it's all nothing's proven yet. One thing we know for a fact Michael Carrick finished third. Do you know what I mean? Like like, one thing we know, if nothing else, there's a possibility Areola and Xabi Alonso might be better than Carrick. They might be better managers tactically than
I
Carrick.
think they currently are. Yes, I would say so. I'd say they both are currently.
And even though hand on heart, I do think both of them are as well. I do think both of them probably have better resumes. But what we have seen in the Prem, Carrick has done it, and they have. So regardless of like what we think and the hypotheses we have and whatever, the only true two teams that like can comfortably say we're better than Man United right now is Man City and Arsenal. So yeah, all of that are.
I was being over the top though when I said Chelsea new manager, because like I said, you didn't have us finishing third when Carrick took over. So that's why I don't hear this one game a week.
Yeah, that's dead. Because
you didn't have us finishing third, nobody had us finishing third. I didn't have us finishing third. So he's the only person I can note that had us finishing third when before a ball was kicked. You probably had us losing to you. Guarantee you that. You had us getting packed because City was our first game, wasn't it? You had us losing to you lot.
No, it was
I know that much.
It's just funny because it feels like there's with people like Dom, it feels like whenever you speak to them, they talk about the optimism with every other team, but when it comes to Man United, it's all pessimistic. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying.
It's weird because
everybody always because this is why honestly, man, and I don't want to be. And this is why I just hope we just literally just start the season on fire. 5 out of 5 games just to shock everybody and be like, okay, cool, talk now. Because everybody wants to talk about we're in crisis, we're finished. I just actually want us 5 out of 5. And then I'll look and be like, okay, cool. So who's in crisis now? Because I hate when everybody just always keeps like, yo, focus on your club. Focus on your club. Everybody always wants to be in our business. They always want to be in our business. But then at the end of the day, when you talk to these stupid Spurs fans, they be talking about food chain. Okay, why the fuck are you watching us then? Food chain. Chelsea, why are you watching us? Liverpool, why are you watching us?
Yeah, because we still a juggernaut. That's why. Despite not being successful for however long, we're still a juggernaut. We're still the new cycle. Like that's where it stems from. And yeah, Jazz, I remember you saying, remember Flawless when I told you when you came back from Carnival, don't listen to the BS everyone was saying about Thomas Frank, about start to our season, clean sheet height. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I paid. Trust me, I paid. I learned my lesson from you telling me about Nuno, when Nuno was there. And of course, them. So that's why I don't hear about, you say, of course I did. That's why I don't hear about one game a week. Because when Carrick took over, nobody had Manchester United going on that run. Then when we went on that run, it was, it's new manager bounce. Or it's just like Ollie. Then when it continued, it was, then it was, what's it called? One game a week. Nobody said that. Nobody was saying that when he took over, we're finishing third. Nobody. Like I said, Saeed's the only person I can look to and say, you were saying third at the start. I wasn't saying it. No one else I know was saying it.
At least one top team in the Prem plays one game a week every season because they either had the disappointing season the year before or whatever happened. There's always one top team that plays one game a week. Why the hell does that team not overperform? It's all
guys. Let me even give you a scenario. Remember the season Chelsea finished 12th, right? Guess where they finished the next season? 6th. They finished 6th. So at the end of the day, that one season stuff don't even make no sense. Because if Chelsea had one game a week, why didn't they comfortably finish in the top 4?
Why were they the best team in the? Why weren't they the? Paul, why weren't they the best team in the calendar year for that 6 months? Why did they not finish ahead of that point table if it's one game a week and it's so easy? And granted, Carrick might not be the guy, people. That's not me saying that, but I'm saying give credit where I'm not going to discredit him for doing a job that 99.9% of fans didn't expect, including myself. Hence why I said, hey, you deserve credit. Give him the job. Now he needs to be backed. Yeah. I just think Carrick is a good manager. Just let him get a season with more than one game a week. Yeah, we are letting him see.
We never said we don't want to see Carrick or anything. That's the thing.
We want to see
anything can happen as well. Like we saw Liverpool win their first 5 games last season and then just fall apart.
And they completely fell out.
We gonna win our first 5 games this season, and then what's happening, Sheik?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I'd have to see the first 5 games and see how we played in the first 5 games. and all of that. So
Bro,
but
yeah.
again, it just goes back to all this started from was we were just discussing today. What would happen today? Our squads today. That's it. We're not talking about what Carrick can do, who we're going to sign, who the rest of the clubs are going to sign, what could be the case. If Xabi Alonso is going to work out one game a week, we're not even talking about all of that. All we were just talking about were in terms of squad. And how I just don't understand a squad that finished third is just all of a sudden going to stagnate as compared to everybody else, and nobody else is going to stagnate. And everybody else is just going to be better. Just confirming that everyone else is going to be better and they could possibly finish above Manchester United. No, we're just talking about the squad, our current one. That's it. Simple as that. Who knows what's going to happen in the season? Yes, we could fall apart. Carrick could get sacked. Maresca could get sacked. Iraola could get sacked. Arteta doesn't win the Premier League. Who doesn't know? Like, we don't genuinely know, and we'll see with the rest of the window. But as of now, we can definitely have a conversation. In terms of squads today, we can definitely have a conversation.
That's all we were
trying to do. That's all we were trying to do. Have a conversation about today. That's it.
Thomas Frank was a better manager than Ruben Amorim. Went to Tottenham and completely crashed the wheels there. So what Areola could be a good manager in Bournemouth, but at Bournemouth he could go to Liverpool and completely flop. These things are like with us, it's always like, oh, well, you have to worry. But like with the other teams, like you look at Liverpool fans right now. You know why I know that comment is just. I mean, at the end of the day, you're a rival fan, so you're supposed to hate. But if you ask Liverpool fans right now how they feel heading into the season, a lot of them are stressing, especially with what's his face, Richard Hughes. I think he stepped down or whatever. A lot of them are stressing. So if you ask actual Liverpool fans currently now how they feel about this current transfer window and what it means heading into the season ahead, they're currently stressing. So if they're stressing, how can you then be running your mouth telling me that Liverpool are in a better place than United? The Liverpool fans don't think so. So how can you be telling me that they're in a better place? Listen, we just got to win something of significance so we could just end this fucking 13 years or 14 years of misery, because I'm sick and tired of no-name clubs that don't even have shit to their name, just running up talking shit about United every time. Like,
and big up to Vader says no pessimism from me for United. Trust me, you like me
gaslighting.
You crash. Yeah, gaslight because you like
no
gaslighting.
Just gaslighting. Just pure gaslighting.
We all agree that Carrick overachieved. Yes, hence why I don't hear the one game a week thing. Carrick 110% overachieved. Yes, 110% he did. He did an exceptional job that most people didn't expect. And people went, oh, you only did it because it's one game a week. So how come you didn't expect him to do it then? No, give that man his credit for doing an exceptional job. Now we're going to see further what he does with more games, more pressure, better team, etc. But yes, he overachieved. Anyone saying he didn't overachieve is just lying.
We even talked about that as well. Me and Daz have both mentioned how we see a world where it could all go wrong. It could all go wrong. He could not be a manager next season. So it's like, again, that's where we've talked about all these things. But the question to you was earlier in terms of the squad today. That's it. Not talking about what could happen, what has happened, just today. Now. Just today. Now. Yeah. And currently at this moment.
Yeah, well, we have the third best team, in my opinion, as of right now, today, the 20th of July, 2026. Today, yes.
Yes. If we had a friendly today if we had a friendly this upcoming week with all these teams that we've mentioned that are below us, I can confidently say that we would beat them. I can confidently say that.
Agreed.
I can.
And we beat them all.
Honestly, we beat Arsenal and City, the ones above us too. So we slapped them up as well. Beat Arsenal at their home. I don't know, it was the last time they lost at home, but that got taken care of by us. And City, same thing too. So it's one of those things where, I think if we had friendlies with all those teams tomorrow, or even let's just say today, because we're talking about today, I think I can confidently say we'd beat a lot of those teams that we mentioned that are below us. Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, Villa, a lot of those teams that we would beat. I can confidently say that. That's what we're talking about.
Nah, you did. You won the win. Sorry to cut you. I says I can't win with you. I'm supportive. I'm gaslighting. I'll stay quiet. We don't want your support. Stay quiet. I appreciate you supporting silently in the channel and hitting the like button. But yes, you're spot on. You can't win with us because we know what your MO is. Your MO is not the same as Sheik's, Daz's, or Paul's, or mine. You don't want what's best for Manchester United Football Club. We do. Hence why we always think you're having a hidden agenda, because you always do. That's why. That's why. Yes, you learn, Vader. Yes, you are Manchester City. We know you don't want what's best for Manchester United.
Yeah.
That's why we don't pay you no
can't.
mind like that. Yes, when you say you can't win with us lot, no, you can't. Spot on. 100% talking about. I'm always supportive of Manchester United. Why are you always supportive of the?
Yeah, as a City fan.
I'm always optimistic about United. Yeah, because you love gassing people up to see the plane crash. That's why. You want to see the wheels.
Were you
fall
also
off
at a
the
time,
van.
Vader, telling us to give Ruben Amorim time?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Ample time. Yeah, give him time.
Was that
give
you being
10 hard
supportive?
time.
Was
Give
that
10
was
hard
that you
time.
being supportive, Vader?
This guy thinks I forgot. Yeah. Yes. What did you do in your last game?
So we're bringing up. Okay, so we're bringing up preseason. Okay, Wrexham. Oh wow, I'm so hurt that we lost 1-0 to Wrexham. Daza, I'm sure you're so hurt as well. Paul, I'm sure you're so hurt as well. Flawless. Yeah, I don't know how you're probably losing sleep. You're probably losing sleep that we lost to Wrexham in our last game. Are you? Yeah, it probably
didn't even watch the game.
It's not that you were in LA. It's the fact that we lost to Wrexham. That's why you're losing sleep. That's
I cry. Yeah, I cry tears, man. I do cry tears that I'm not in LA because I miss Chick-fil-A, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, yo. That shit slaps, man. Yeah. I miss Chick-fil-A, yo. What
would you compare it to?
They ain't even nothing to compare it to. I'm being honest. There's nothing like it over here. I know they've got one in London, though. Have you been?
Nah, I ain't been to the one in London.
Okay. I need to go to the one in London, yo.
Yo, this guy's such
I want the best for Manchester.
Oh my god!
All right. So Vader, you want United? You be cool with United winning the Premier League or Champions League? Yeah, this is what we're saying, Vader. Yeah,
you want the best for Manchester. Yeah,
you want the best. So that's the best for Manchester in regards to the economy, and is United winning the Premier League or Champions League this coming season? Yeah. So yeah. This fucking
unless you live in Manchester, but
no, it's not. It don't change nothing. We don't want. It's just Vale. We don't want what's best for them, man.
I mentioned a friendly. Vader. I was referring to us playing the teams below us, full squad, our best squad. I wasn't talking about preseason and half of our team being there. I'm talking about your strongest 11 versus our strongest 11. We would beat most of the teams. We would beat most of the teams below us. Yes, we would. That's all I was saying. I wasn't talking about Wrexham as a friendly or any of that. I was talking about friendly in terms of full squad 11, strongest squad 11 against all those teams if we were to play today. That's it.
Yeah, Manchester. Oh yeah, Manchester. All in this together. Yeah,
whatever, man.
Yeah, give me a bro. What's best for Manchester? Notice how you answered about United winning the Premier League or Champions League. Yeah. I'm sure he's there supporting United.
Where was the best of Manchester when we lost that Europa League final to Spurs? I bet you guys were just crashing on us. Where was the supportiveness?
Nah, he wanted us to win, man.
Where was the support then?
It was Manchester versus London.
Oh, Manchester versus London.
Fucking joke, man.
Later, though. Every single time.
Is it Chick-fil-A in the UK?
There's one in London.
Obviously,
I need to go. I'm gonna go. I'm thinking about flying down to London just to roll. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's what that is. That's how much that shit slaps. But I know I'm gonna get it and be like, yeah, this ain't it. But I'm gonna try it though. Still, you see them waffle fries? Oh my god, yo, them waffle fries. Oh Jesus, they were different. I was like, what are these? Was that chic? That's the first place we went. Soon as man touched
literally the moment he landed, I asked him. I said, "You hungry?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "What you want?" Chick-fil-A. I'm like, "Cool."
Let me try Chick-fil-A.
No problem. Yeah.
There is. I still need to lose that weight. You know what I'm saying? We move. City first, United second will be great for Manchester. How about United first, City second? Is that also great for Manchester? Vale.
Is that great for Manchester? Is it?
Is that great? Yeah. Is that great for Manchester? Yeah. United first, City second. How about that? Huh? It was a fucking joke, man. But big up everyone tapped in, man. Run up the like, subscribe. Anything else you might want to talk about that we've not spoken? Anything else?
Did you guys see the left winger that we signed? Like
the youth from Spurs, the youngster.
Yeah. And what do you think?
I know nothing about him, yo. Do you got anyone know anything about him? I know nothing about him whatsoever. What's his name? Tyan Thompson.
Yeah, Tyron Thompson, something like that. But I do think it's weird that they signed an academy player for $4 million. That's quite steep.
How much did you sign Heaven for? Because Heaven was
a mil. Maybe they look at it like
Heaven was $1 million. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe they look at him as a Heaven.
I thought he was like 6. I don't know why I was thinking he was like 6.
Nah, it's a mil.
Okay.
Heaven was just under $1 million, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
4 million, and he has it could be 8 million in total because there's some add-ons, but it's 4 million up front. I just feel like I don't know how many academy players that's made no first team appearances Do you know that goes for 4 million? That's quite steep.
You know what that tells me? They hired him.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know,
Also,
don't know nothing about him.
it might mean that
Yeah, I don't know nothing about him.
Crazy enough,
Well,
it might mean we won't sign a left winger now. Honestly,
Is he a 1v1 demon? What is he like? Is he quick? Is he direct? Does anyone know anything? If he's quick and direct and go past the player, cool. Put him in the team.
Daz, you also remember when I was saying also why I see some indications that we're going to keep Rashford. That's another one of them, man. It is.
Yeah.
We're not going to spend money on a left winger. It just seems obvious.
I mean, it's all dependent on Rashford leaving. I think Rashford leaving is the.
I think it's also on Carrick too. I think Carrick has been telling the club that he wants to give Rashford a chance because I always hear about the fact that Carrick wants to keep him part of plans all the time.
You know what it is? If it wasn't Rashford, if it was like another player, I would have heard it. But I feel like with Rashford, we've already seen it. I just feel for me, it doesn't really hinder us in attack anyway because our attack is actually decent enough that we can actually maybe even sort of get away with this Thompson signing as a left wing because we could be like, okay, cool, Carabao Cup games, we explore it out and see how it works. You know, are you good as they say? You know, we try him out against Burton Albion, and if he does well, so okay, cool, that's an option. You know, if Shea Lacey as well, you know, does well, cool. You know, that's an option. I think attack is the least of my concerns at this point at this club. I don't even care if we sign a left winger. Honestly, I don't care if we sign a left winger. I care about the left back situation, the midfield situation, and the center back situation. That's more so because I think Cunha and Mbeumo are good enough on a Premier League level to dig us out of games. Even Sesko has shown that even though he's come from RB Leipzig, could chip in with a few goals too as well. If Diallo gets back to his best as well, like there's a couple of players that, you know, can, you know, pop up with goals too as well. So that attack is not, you know, and even if we keep Rashford, as much as I don't want to keep Rashford scored 20 goals before in the Premier League. So there's goals in that attack anyways.
I think those days are passing, man. If we even get like a seven goal return from Rashford, I feel that's a very good season, man.
Yeah, considering how inconsistent he is. Yeah.
For our third choice left winger, I'm with it. He's behind Cunha and Dom.
I think if left winger, if Rashford is the one that we're gonna keep, the only way I'm okay with that is if the center back or any other position takes that priority of that left winger instead. Exactly. So if you replace that left winger, let's say the priority in terms of priority, and it gets shout out to Vader every single time, and it gets replaced. Like, let's say the left wing priority now becomes a center back priority. I'm okay with us keeping Rashford because, like we said, we do need a center back.
I think this happens.
Okay with Rashford staying in order for us to get a good quality center back. I'll take it. I would take it.
I feel like all parties have made an agreement. Yo, let's just keep the niceties until the end of the transfer window and let's see what can happen.
That's it, man.
I think.
Yeah, you and the Gala, bro.
An offer could come that we can't refuse. An offer could come through that we can't refuse. You know,
you and the Gala broke up, but neither of you can afford to leave because you can't afford rent solo. So it's like, all right, we just gonna stay in the yard. That's what that is.
Until we figure this shit out. Until we figure this shit out. Yeah, no, 100%.
That's what it is. Keep it up.
Don't get me wrong. Tomorrow, if someone comes and says, "Yo, we want Rashford on a loan, and by the way, we'll pay his entire loan wages for a season," take him. Of course, take him.
I genuinely think Arsenal will come knocking if.
Oh, they will. Yeah, they will.
They wanted Morgan Rogers. I feel like if they go for someone else and they can't land him, like they know they could give us a quick 30 mil and we'll accept that for Rashford. Similarly with Aston Villa.
Yeah, man. Berta Masterclass. Come through, man.
I think Aston Villa, like, if they try and sign a couple guys and it don't really work out, they've got that Morgan Rogers money now where it's like, all right, cool, 30, 40 mil, we'll take Rashford. He has options still. Even Chelsea, honestly, there's an opening at left wing. I don't think it will happen, but there's an opening.
Loan thing. I can see more of a loan than an actual permanent transfer to these clubs. I can see a loan thing. 100%. And back to the Ty and Thompson as well. Jez is saying he's talented and apparently he wanted to move due to family reasons. So he's from London, but that's what it said on Google as well, personal circumstances. So I don't know what the reasons are. I don't know what's going on there. And Jez goes on to say also main reason is pathway flawless. We had one healthy winger last season at one point and we still wouldn't give him a minute. So Clearly, he wants to get game time. But like I said, I know nothing about him. I have to talk to someone who's a Spurs fan who maybe watches the youth team. Because if he's a 1v1 and can go past the player, I'm cool. I'm
You have
cool
to
with
be
it.
a very brave manager if your team is fighting relegation to start a youngster.
True.
You have to be a very brave man. It don't matter how good the youngster is. You get me? Like you
But
have
they
to
had
be
injury issues though.
I mean, if you're just spending $4 million plus $4 million in add-ons, like, yeah, he's got to be the kid's got to be something, man. If you're putting so much faith into him, for sure. Whoever
The
this
thing
guy is, so I
I'm
just don't
not
know too
even
much
gonna
about
do
him.
the whole like rating him because Man United bought him. Honestly, like in the academy scene, I heard of JJ Gabriel. I heard of the youth Arsenal
Yeah.
guys as well.
JJ Gabriel.
Like, what's his name? It starts with like a D. I heard the
Dalman.
Dalman. Max
Yes,
Dalman.
Dalman.
Yeah,
Like,
Dalman.
I heard of Dalman. I heard of JJ Gabriel. I did not hear of this dog. So it's kind of surprising that like we paid $4 million for him. But that being said, I'm pretty sure they've earmarked him to play at least in cup matches because you get $4 million is a lot to me anyway.
No, I get you. I'm with it. Man said I watched his comps just like another Rashford with Dre. Oh, he's some pace and power out there. Cool. That's calm. At $4 million and he's 17 years
we do
old.
need that. Yeah.
And he can go past the player. That's
17 years
rather,
old. Yeah,
rather than spend big money on a left winger. I'm with Paul. Midfield, left back, centre back is more key areas.
Yeah.
If he happens to be the left winger signing on the low, cool.
But they have to prioritize the center back. Then it's like, okay, go out there and get a center back.
Yeah.
Because then that just makes no sense. If you just didn't want to go out there and get a left winger, cool. But then there has to be a reason to why. If you were going to pivot to another position, then that makes sense. But if you're just going to sit there and do nothing, then I just don't understand it at all. You might as well could have just gone out there and got a quality left winger if that was the case.
It must be that they want to earmark. Either they want to buy in a position they wasn't planning to, or they want to improve like the signing. Let's say they were going to buy Sander Berg as like the third midfield signing. Like maybe they thought, nah, this just ain't gonna cut it. Like let's kind of reduce how much we're gonna buy on the left winger, and like kind of
put more money there.
Yeah, put money somewhere else. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but to be fair, I didn't watch the match on Saturday, but I did see a lot of people raving about Harry Amas's performance. They were saying he performed really well. Again, I don't think Carrick is in the business of playing youngsters, to be fair, but if he can increase his value, I'd be open to selling him and getting in extra funds because we definitely need another left back. We
loaned him out last season too, so it's like I feel like it's kind of definitely in the air that we're open to probably moving Harry Amas at some point in time because we've already kind of dwelled with it a little bit. So
we'll see. I hear it.
Yeah.
We gonna find out. We gonna see. But big up, love to everyone that's locked in because the conversation's just been flowing. I didn't even run up the likes. I didn't even tell you like run up the likes. So hit the like button right now, and that's whether you're watching live right now or watching this back after. We're too short of 50 likes. So get us up to 50 likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Or one short of 16,955. So asking for 2 more likes and just 1 more subscriber. That's 1 more subscriber, 2 more likes. Make sure you subscribe to Chic TV. Yo, Chic, shout out your channel. Let them know where they can find you. Chic TV, the link's in the title, people.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everyone as well. Great conversations we had on the stream today. And big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure you guys get those 2 likes and subscribe to Flawless, man. He's on the road to 17K, very, very close. So make sure you guys do keep supporting him. You guys can find me on Chic TV. The World Cup is over, so we're back to day 1 settings of the season. Mud Brothers will be on tonight. 10 p.m. UK time. We're going to have everyone. Obviously, we're going to talk about Morgan Rogers to Chelsea, all the transfer news that's happening, all that stuff. So, 10 p.m. UK, tune in, Chic TV, on the road to 2K over there on that channel. So, subscribe if you haven't already. And, yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat and love every single time.
There you go. You lot Chic TV to the best DJ on the West Coast. Man, like Paul, what you telling me, man? Shout out your socials.
DJ Paul 703 on the Instagram and on TikTok. Just content. We're doing content right now, so tap in.
There you go. And Cuzzy, anything you want to add, family?
Yeah, man. Big up the ManDem. Good chats. You get me. Hopefully this time next week we've made a couple more signings, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, should be a good season. Why shouldn't it be, bro? Why shouldn't it be?
Put it this way.
Yeah, man. Because we got Carrick at the helm. That's why. Should be a good season.
This fucking guy. But yeah, this looking like a better season. I'm looking forward more to this season than I was the last two. This season, I'm actually looking at and going, all right, there's actually something we can do here. The last two, I was dreading. I was like, we ain't doing shit. These are write-offs before they've even begun. Whereas this one, it's like, all right, you're doing well in the window so far. It's just about continuing it, like you said, and make it. Because the Tillemans and Santos deals came out of nowhere. That was 2 in 2 weeks. So hopefully it's 3 in 3 weeks. So at least one before. We got, 11 days till next month. So hopefully in the 7 to 10 days, we do bring in a signing and then just go from there type of thing. Because then it's August also.
Yeah. And when's the first game of the season? Like late August? Like
22nd of August.
22nd of August. Okay.
Yeah, because I think, we were the early.
We're the first game of the season? Like okay. Arsenal, okay.
We're the first day. We're at 12:30 p.m. UK time.
On the Saturday.
Yeah, Arsenal play Friday.
They play Friday. Yeah.
So it's been the second game of the season. Yeah, we need our midfield trio signing by then.
No, honestly, we should have a lot of our signings by then. So we should have.
I would just say midfield trio, and then we can, after the season starts, then we can probably maybe plug in some of the holes. But I think we need like a complete midfield. Our attack's already complete. So if the only areas we're probably maybe lacking is defense, you can maybe sort of get by that for now till like towards like the latter stages of the transfer window. But we need a midfield by then.
Quickly to answer to H's question too. Why doesn't the Rodgers price get repeated? It's because it's not as good as Tielemans' 35 million to Manchester United.
There you go, nephew. That's why, man. If the Rodgers deal, it's a great deal for you lot. So shout out to Aston Villa for getting 117 million for Morgan Rodgers.
Then also shout out to Aston Villa for selling us Tielemans for 35 million.
And shout out to that too. Shout out to Chelsea for getting a good player. And shout out to Arsenal for missing out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out for them being
what Aston Villa does with these, like they can actually like.
That's 152 million.
A proper revamp of the team, they actually could. Like, I wonder what direction they go in replacing in Rodgers.
They've been linked to Nico Jackson is someone they've been linked to.
Yeah, I've heard about that too. Nico Jackson. Yeah.
But they got Watkins, no?
But I think he's not a fan of Watkins like that, you know. Emery.
You might as well swing him our way, man. Imagine Watkins as the backup striker.
I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I said a couple summer. I said it. I think last year I said I would have taken Watkins, bro.
I wanted him last year.
I would have taken him. Yeah,
I was saying go get him. Go get him. Him and Emi Martinez, but we ended up.
I remember saying we should go out there and get two strikers because just at that point we didn't even know what was going to happen with Højlund, right? And I was like, I just don't want to see Højlund play, and he was one of them. He was definitely one of them.
So maybe some of them. Be interesting to see what they do because obviously Onana unfortunately got injured. Yeah. We lost Tillemans to us for 35 million. So Morgan Rodgers as well. So they will reinvest. And Emery's got a good. He can revamp that team and more so in his own image as well. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Could definitely trust Emery to revamp
this guy. Great show. I tune into future shows and just hit the like button only hate on United. That's all you do anyway. Whether you do it openly or whether you do it passively aggressively, you're always hating on us. Always what's best for Manchester. City first, United second. Shut up, man. Oh yeah, and you saw Luca Digne as well. Yeah,
that's right.
Big up, Jets. But yeah, you lot again. Subscribe to Chic TV. The link's in the title. Click the link, opens up a new tab. It's also underneath in the description. Not just on this live stream, every live stream. DJ Paul 703. Make sure you go follow if you need a DJ anywhere in the globe. Make sure you go follow Paul. Big up Cuzzy as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. See all of you lot. Big up all the regulars or the moderators or the new people, members, etc. Big love to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. I appreciate it. Don't forget though, this show, all the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs and fan calling shows, are available on all audio platforms as well. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc. People available all on audio platforms. I'll be back tonight. 12:30 a.m. people. I'm doing a sports Q&A. That'll be a solo one as well. So talking United plus more. I'm sure there'll be World Cup questions as well. So just keep a lookout. We're going to keep everything rolling on the schedule. United Arsenal show will be back tomorrow. Another ManDem United pod at this time, slightly earlier, 4:30 p.m. UK as well. But hey, people, we're going to keep it moving. Big love to everyone that's locked in. We're going to redirect over to the catch-up. Shout out to Catch, big up SB every single time as well. So put Sarcasm City TV raid in their chat, people. Sarcasm City TV raid in their chat. And this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hammer him out.